You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Dream Team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quackerjack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt of third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
We are live here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. Tonight, it is Game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series here in 2017 as the Long Island Ducks take on their division rivals, the Somerset Patriots. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome inside Bethpage Ballpark. Michael Pollack alongside Chris King. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, whether you're joining us via Facebook Live, liducks.com, or youtube.com/DucksBaseball. We appreciate you joining us as always. Well, the Ducks will certainly be looking to bounce back tonight, Chris. A very difficult start to this series last night. Mark Hamburger shutting down the Ducks lineup, and a very big third inning for the Patriots was the key in a 7-1 series opening win.
Yeah, Ducks gave up 5 runs in that third inning, and really, Michael, never recovered. They scored just a single run, and that third inning was a combination of John Brownell giving up 5 runs on 5 hits, but there were 2 officially charged errors, a mental error, a walk issued as well. It was almost a perfect storm of an inning against the Long Island Ducks, and they never recovered. So they really need to bounce back tonight, try to even this series at a game apiece, and then head to New Jersey for the next 3.
And they will have arguably their best pitcher from this past regular season. Matt Larkin's on the mound tonight. He has been strong for the Ducks all year long, especially when he has faced the Somerset Patriots team. Meanwhile, on the other side, it'll be lefty Mike Antonini, who faces the Ducks for the first time this year. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll recap yesterday's series opener for you, and then we'll talk with Ducks manager Kevin Baez.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Chris King and Michael Pollack back at Bethpage Ballpark before tonight's Game 2 of this Liberty Division Championship Series between the Ducks and the Patriots. Again, last night, Somerset, a 7-1 victory in Game 1, led by a 5-run third inning. In fact, the lone offensive highlight for the Ducks came in the bottom of the fourth, with Long Island trailing 4-0. Angelo Sanko and Alex Berg opened the inning with back-to-back singles. After Delta Cleary Jr. flew out to left, the next hitter was the right fielder, Anthony Vega.
Nothing in two here. Hamburger looks to second, deals to the plate, and Vega swings and grounds it to the right side and through. A base hit. On his way to third, Sanko. He's going to round third and try and score. The throw to the plate from Justin Trapp is not in time. Sanko slid in just out of the reach of the catcher Gonzalez, and the Ducks get on the scoreboard and close to within 5-1.
Well, Anthony Vega trying to continue as Mr. Playoffs for the Long Island Ducks, and comes up with a huge one-out hit there that finally gets the flock on the board.
That's a bang-bang play at home plate, but it looked like the foot of Sanko snuck in just before Gonzalez applied the tag. So Anthony Vega has the Ducks' first run batted in of the 2017 playoffs, and it's now a 4-run game, and now 2 on with 1 out. And here is Dan Lyons.
I think it was just so important to get something going, Michael, after that really long top of the third against them. But here in the home fourth, they're on the board. So again, the Ducks on the board with what proved to be their only run of the evening. They did have one defensive gem, though, that we'd like to play for you. It came in the top of the 8th with right fielder Justin Trapp leading off for Somerset. 17 players signed away from the Patriots in the regular season. Looped into left center field. Delta Cleary Jr., did he get it? He did! What a catch by Delta, diving on the backhand side and then rolling over, but hanging onto the ball for the first out here in the visitors' 8th.
Well, the Ducks' defensive woes in the third, complete turnaround on what we saw on that play. That's a great grab by Cleary Jr. That ball was sinking quickly off the bat of Trapp. Cleary Jr. had a long way to go to get it, and a great diving catch by the Ducks center fielder for the first out here in the 8th inning.
So the first asterisk on my score sheet tonight for defensive gem goes to Delta in center, 1 away. Well, again, it was too late for the Long Island Ducks despite that defensive gem, and they fell by the final score of 7-1 in Game 1. Earlier tonight, we spoke with the manager of the Long Island Ducks, Kevin Baez, about it.
Last night I saw not good Duck winning baseball. We talked about it on Tuesday. Went over, obviously it rained, so we couldn't really go over the all the plays on the field, but we went over it while we were stretching and stuff like that. You know, games are won and lost on bunt plays and who's making the play, who's getting the bunt down, and who's not throwing the ball around. And unfortunately, last night we were victim of that as far as not getting it done, not taking the out, and also obviously in another error, which was a 5-run inning. So that's going to hurt. And
yeah, tell me about it, Kevin, when it all comes together, almost like the perfect storm for them. They get the 5 hits, but 2 errors, you know, officially, and then 1 a mental error as well, a walk. It all really adds up.
Absolutely, like you just said, it adds up, and it's snowballed. And in playoff baseball, in any baseball, but especially playoff baseball, you can't let that happen. And it was a big inning, and we couldn't bounce back from it.
Well, the one bright spot, certainly your bullpen, 3 2/3 of shutout baseball. Were you happy with your final 3?
Sure, absolutely. It was good to get those guys in the game, and then they pitched well, so that's going to boost their confidence and boost my confidence too. So that's probably the only good sign of this game.
Well, a couple of good lineup changes for you tonight. Let's start with putting Ruben Gotay in as Anthony Vega comes out.
Yeah, just getting veteran Gotay in there, switch hitter, hitting from the right side against a tough left-handed pitcher. Vega, hasn't played in a while. He's been, came here yesterday, gave us a spark, got a big hit, RBI. Just, giving him a day against the lefty, and then giving Gotay a day against the lefty.
And how about moving Lou Ford from left to right and putting Mark Krause from first base to left?
Well, I mean, during the last months, Krause has been playing outfield and first base, and Lou's been playing some left and right, so feel more comfortable Mark in left and Lou in right.
All right, let's talk some pitching matchups. Mike Antonini, you haven't seen this year, but you've seen in previous years with the Bridgeport Bluefish. Can that help you tonight as opposed to last night when, again, in Mark Hamburger, a guy you'd never seen?
Yeah, definitely helps, especially some of the guys face Antonini. But Sango faced Hamburger and when he played with him and against him in the other league. It's a little bit, helps a little bit basically than not seeing him.
What about Matt Larkins and what he's done for you this year? You got to be pretty confident with him on the hill tonight.
Yeah, very confident with him on the hill. He's been pitching well. He's our bulldog. He takes the ball. He's a big game pitcher, and we expect a big game from him.
Well, Kevin, you don't want to say must win, but how crucial is tonight to avoid going 0-2 to New Jersey?
It's very big. I mean, you don't want to go down to Jersey 0-2, so in that regard, it's a must win.
All right, thanks, Kev.
Thank you.
Again, that is the manager of the Long Island Ducks, Kevin Baez. We'll take a break, and when we come back, a closer look at the pitching matchup for this Game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. Southpaw Mike Antonini going for the Patriots, and right-hander Matt Larkins for Long Island.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now. Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Pave your way.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. We're back here at Bethpage Ballpark as we get ready for tonight's Game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series, Long Island Ducks and the Somerset Patriots. We are going to stand up, remove our hats and caps. We're going to turn things over down to the field now for tonight's national anthem, which is going to be performed by Danielle Hoffman.
Danielle will now lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets striking out, the bombs bursting in air, they proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Excellent performance by Danielle Hoffman with our national anthem prior to the start of Game 2 of this Liberty Division Championship Series. Well, Chris, it's time to look at the pitching matchup for tonight's game. The Ducks have arguably their best on the mound from this past regular season. Matt Larkins, who was 9-7 with a 3.69 ERA, ranked among the top in the Atlantic League in innings pitched and strikeouts. He has been a workhorse for the Ducks in this, his first full year on Long Island, and the Ducks are going to turn to him to try and get a win in even this series.
They really closed the season strong, Michael. 9-2 in his last 11 decisions, and here at home, he personally has not lost in over 3 months. So they are counting on Larkins evening this series at 1 game apiece before the next 3 games, which are scheduled in Somerset County, New Jersey.
And he's had a couple of big performances this year against the Patriots, too, which we'll get to during the broadcast. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, Mike Antonini, a left-hander who the Ducks have not seen this year, but they have seen in the past. He spent 2 years previously with the Bridgeport Bluefish, one with the River Sharks, and was very good for Somerset this year.
Hey, look at his numbers, just incredible. A 2-1 record, but a 1.61 earned run average. In his 9 starts, he never allowed more than 2 earned runs against in any of them.
So it'll be a good matchup between Larkins and Antonini on the mound. Let's take a look at the starting lineups now for tonight's game. Big changes for the Patriots today as they have Aaron Eggleston in the top spot of the order playing left field. Alfredo Rodriguez will bat second and play shortstop. Olmo Rosario moves to right field and will hit third. And in the cleanup spot, the designated hitter is Kyle Roller. Batting fifth at third base, David Vidal. Devontre Richardson moves up to the 6th spot and will play center field. Carlos Guzman in the lineup in the 7th spot of the order. He plays first base. Justin Trapp moves to second base tonight, and he will hit 8th. And rounding out the order is the catcher, and that is Adam Donahue. So that means Bortnick, Gonzalez, and Maloney, all of whom who played last night, have the night off tonight.
Yeah, but a little surprising. You win the game 7-1, and Brett Jody only has 3 players out of his starting 9 that are in the same spot in the batting order and the same position defensively. Pretty incredible.
You wonder if he feels like he can gamble a little bit since he took one of the 2 games that are going to be played here, but obviously you want to take a big lead in this series if possible.
Yeah, house money is what they call it, Michael, right?
Exactly.
He's got the split at worst heading home, but boy, he could take a stranglehold on this series. Again, with a Somerset win tonight, they would have 3 chances on their home field to win just 1 game tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday.
Meanwhile, for Kevin Baez's Long Island Ducks, Giovanni Alfonso leads off at third base. Elmer Reyes plays second base and bats second. Lou Ford moves over to right field and hits third. Mark Krause in the cleanup spot and will play left field tonight. Ruben Gotay goes into the starting lineup at first base. He hits 5th. Angelo Sanko, the DH, will bat 6th. Alex Berg does the catching, hitting in the 7th spot. The 8 hitter is the center fielder, Delta Cleary Jr., and rounding out the order is the shortstop, Dan Lyons. We are just about ready for baseball on a beautiful Thursday evening here on Long Island. Fans filing into their seats. Matt Larkins up on the mound for the Ducks, ready to go here in Game 2. He works out of the windup, and his first pitch of the ball game is taken just outside for ball 1. Get underway at 6:37 p.m. here at Bethpage Ballpark, and Larkins will deal a 1-0. Kicks and comes home, and Eggleston takes just inside this time. 2 balls, no strikes.
So 74 degrees, down I believe 2 degrees from last night, but another perfect September evening for playoff baseball.
2-0 pitch on the way to the lefty swinging Eggleston, and he will take a strike over the outside corner. Good fastball from Larkins, and he gets the count to 2-1. Really, a lot of times you get to postseason baseball, you think much chillier, cooler weather. It has not been the case.
No.
Very comfortable for late September baseball. The 2-1 from Larkins. Eggleston slashes one foul to the third base side out of play. And after falling behind 2-0, Larkins gets the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I know in Bridgewater, New Jersey, where the Patriots call home, Michael, they are talking about mid-80s tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's going to feel like July baseball for the rest of this series.
I vividly remember sitting in broadcast booths during Atlantic League playoffs with multiple layers. This time, I think a T-shirt and shorts will suffice.
Yep.
2-2 is line into right field. Lou Ford barely had to move. He takes a couple steps back and makes the catch to retire Eggleston for the first out of the ball game.
Well, Lou had a big error in left field last night that led directly to 2 runs in that 5-run third for the Patriots. So tonight, Kevin Baez puts Mark Krause in left, who played a lot of left during the regular season, and switches Lou over to right. And, of course, they find Lou right away on the first contact of the night.
And Ford did play a bunch of right field during the final road trip of the regular season, especially in Lancaster, where there is much less room to have to run in right with that very shallow wall. First pitch on the way here to Alfredo Rodriguez, shortstop and 2-hitter for the Patriots. He squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes a fastball strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Brian DeBrouwer, the home plate umpire tonight. He calls balls and strikes. It is a 4-man crew here in the Atlantic League playoffs, and we'll give you the rest of the crew after the 0-1. Larkins delivers, and Rodriguez slashes one on the ground. Foul down the first base side, 0-2. Matt Hensel over at first base for tonight's ball game. Tom Gandolfo will be the second base umpire, and around at third base is Fred DeJesus.
So, of course, regular season, 3 umpires in Atlantic League Baseball, but once we get to the playoffs, they go with the MLB 4, if you will.
The count 0-2 here as Larkins looking for out number 2. The kick and the pitch, missed high with a fastball, and it is now 1-2 on Rodriguez. Well, last night when the wind was howling throughout the entire game towards that right field foul pole, definitely created some adventures. Not so much, though, here tonight. There is barely any wind to speak of. The 1-2 from Larkins. Line drive in a left field shallow. That ball is going to dunk in for a base hit. Mark Krause will pick it up and fire it back in to hold Rodriguez to a single. The Patriots have their first base runner of the night.
Well, certainly saw a lot of that last night. The Patriots with 16 hits, 14 singles, and a pair of doubles. Ducks had 9 hits, but all singles.
So Alfredo Rodriguez is on. Larkins will have to pay some attention to him. He had 14 stolen bases on the season, though he was caught 8 times. And here is the man who was the offensive leader for the Patriots last night, Olmo Rosario, with a 5-for-5 performance at home plate in the series opener. Larkins comes set at the belt as he now works out of the stretch. First pitch, Rosario takes a fastball that just missed the outside corner. And so the count 1-0.
Yeah, Rosario 5-for-5 with a double and 2 runs batted in.
Well, Larkins trying to hit the corner there, looked pretty good, but Brian DeBrouwer said it was just off the plate. Now the right-hander's 1-0. Now this one taken inside. And so Rosario quickly jumps in front of the count at 2 balls and no strikes.
I was looking through the Patriots notes today, Michael. They had only 1 player all year in the 140-game regular season who had a 5-hit game. That was Kyle Roller. Ducks didn't have anyone who had a 5-hit game in the regular season. So what a job by Olmo Rosario, night 1 of the playoffs.
Here comes the 2-0. That breaking ball misses high and tight. And Larkins trying to be careful here with Rosario, who has stayed very patient at the plate. And he's now ahead 3-0. I believe Giovanni Alfonso, if I'm not mistaken, had 3 4-hit games during the year for the Ducks, but never got that 5th hit, had a couple of chances. But impressive stuff by Rosario last night. Runner leads from first, the 3-0. And that one misses the bottom of the strike zone for ball 4. Well, I'll tell you, out of 3 of those 4 pitches, Larkins didn't miss by much, but he allows a 1-out walk, and Somerset with 2 on and 1 away here in the top of the first.
So Rosario 6 times to the plate, 6 times on base now.
The designated hitter, number 40, Kyle Roller.
And this is the guy that you don't want coming to the plate with multiple runners on base. It is the lefty swinging Kyle Roller, designated hitter, batting in the cleanup spot. Who certainly was receiving some Player of the Year consideration in the Atlantic League despite missing a good chunk of the season right away. First pitch, Roller swings and misses. Big cut, and Larkins got it by him for strike 1.
We talked a lot about Roller last night. Led the Atlantic League in on-base percentage and slugging percentage. Was 3rd in the Atlantic League with a .326 batting average, 22 homers, 77 ribbies. What a threat every time he's in the box.
There's the 0-1 from Larkins. This one fouled straight back to the screen. A good job by the Ducks right-hander to get ahead quickly at 0-2. The Ducks shift with Roller at the plate. The second baseman, Reyes, way over to his left towards first base. And Lyons, the shortstop, shaded towards the middle of the infield, almost directly behind second, but still slightly off to the third base side. So a big hole on the left side where shortstop normally would play, and somewhat of a bigger hole up the middle towards the first base side of second. There's the 0-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate to the third base side. Alex Berg gives it a look, but this is going to drift back into the seats. So Roller fouls one off with 2 strikes and keeps the at-bat going.
Yeah, look at the outfield too, Michael. Slightly shifted around toward right from the pull, and I'm looking at Delta Cleary Jr. in center. You can see there about as deep as you're ever going to see anyone play center field here at Bethpage Ballpark.
They have to respect the power that Kyle Roller has. They'll certainly take the out and watch a runner go to third base on the fly out, but you can't let anything go over your head. We saw what happened when the Ducks fell behind early in last night's game, and Long Island cannot let that happen again tonight if they want to even up this series. So it'll be an 0-2 from Larkins, who looks back to second base. Rodriguez leads there. Rosario from first, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. beat him with the high fastball for his first strikeout of the night, and there were 2 down in the first.
A great bounce back by Larkins after walking Rosario on 4 pitches. He went right after Roller, who was swinging immediately when he got in the batter's box, and ends up with a huge K.
So a very important second out, and now another big bat for the Patriots, David Vidal. Their third baseman and 5-hitter will step to the plate, batting from the right side, and Larkins trying to escape a little bit of trouble here in this opening inning. Berg gives Larkins the sign and comes set. Here is the first pitch of the at-bat, and Vidal takes a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Defensively for the Ducks tonight, Mark Krause in left field, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, and Lou Ford is in right. On the infield, it is Giovanni Alfonso, the third baseman, Dan Lyons at short. Elmer Reyes is the second baseman, Ruben Gotay at first base. Alex Berg does the catching for Matt Larkins, the right-hander. Here is his 0-1. Delivers to the plate, and Vidal pops it in the air down the right field line, fouling out of play. And now Larkins a strike 3 away from avoiding any trouble here in this first inning.
Alfredo Rodriguez, Kyle Roller, and David Vidal, the only 3 Patriots who are in the same spot in the batting order and the same position in which they were last night. So Brett Jody has really thrown it in the blender here after taking game 1 7-1. Try to get a couple of players in tonight who did not play at all last night in Eggleston, Donahue, and Guzman.
That's all like the Ducks had a lefty last night. I went to a righty tonight. It was a right-hander both nights, so certainly was a bit of a surprise. Here comes the 0-2 from Larkins to Vidal. He kicks, he fires, Vidal swings and misses for strike 3. Matt Larkins with back-to-back strikeouts of dangerous hitters Kyle Roller and David Vidal, and he strands a pair on base. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left. We have played a half inning. It is the Patriots nothing and the Ducks coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Well, fans, every walk by a Ducks batter this season is presented by CityMD Urgent Care. Now, there are over 15 CityMD locations across Long Island offering the comprehensive quality care that you need the moment you need it. CityMD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in.
Well, an excellent job by Matt Larkins there in the first, Chris. He gives up a single and a walk with 1 out in the inning, has to face 2 big bats in the form of Kyle Roller and then David Vidal, and he strikes them out both swinging.
So let's see if the Ducks can ride that momentum here, Michael. Of course, last night fell behind 5-0 in a 7-1 loss, so they would love to grab an early lead and put the pressure on Somerset rather than play catch-up like they did last night after the 3rd inning the rest of the way.
And you got this sense with the way the game started that both starting pitcher Mark Hamburger for the Patriots and their offense both took the momentum from Hamburger getting out of first and second 2-out jams in the first and second innings and ran within that 3rd inning. They took advantage of some mistakes, put up a 5 spot. And the rest, as they say, was history. So Somerset got out to a good start in this series. Matt Larkins, a good job to get out of a jam in the first tonight. And we'll see if the Ducks can take the early lead against Mike Antonini, the left-hander, making his first postseason start as a member of the Patriots. First pitch on the way from the southpaw, and Alfonso takes down and in for ball 1. What a season for Alfonso, the third baseman, who hit .309 this year with 4 home runs, 45 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0. And there's a fastball strike on the outside corner to even things at 1-1.
And Giovanni's uncle, Edgardo Alfonso, the special guest tonight, throwing out a ceremonial first pitch. Last night we had Ray Navarrete, the greatest Duck ever, and of course Fonzie played for both the Ducks and the New York Mets.
Lots of greats in franchise history here for the first 2 games of the postseason. It'll be a 1-1. Alfonso takes downstairs from Antonini, ball 2.
Edgardo, Michael, just wrapped up his rookie year as manager of the Brooklyn Cyclones.
Yes, he did. It's great to see him actually when they played in Staten Island earlier this year. 2-1 is Weekly grounded up the third base line. Going to be a tough play. The Doll will watch it roll, and it's going to stay fair. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You don't have to hit it all that hard. It's about where you hit it, and Alfonso kept that perfectly along the third base line.
Yeah, that was the only play that David Vidal had. Just hoped the wind or something would push it foul, but boy, it hugged the dirt beautifully, hit it right at the bag, and the Ducks get their leadoff man aboard.
We talked about it before, but there's really not very much wind to speak of tonight. It seems like Tropical Storm Jose has stayed far enough away to not have much of an effect on tonight's game, and the wind, you can tell by the flags in right, is blowing very slightly towards that right field foul pole from left field, but not a very strong breeze at all. So now Elmer Reyes to the plate from the right side, second baseman and 2-hitter. First pitch, and he takes a fastball at the knees on the inside corner for strike 1. Alfonso was here actually during the final homestand of the season for the Ducks. Got a chance to see Giovanni play and enjoyed being back here on Long Island and at this ballpark where he spent parts of 2007 and 2008. Here's the 0-1, a throw over to first by Antonini, and back safely there is Alfonso, who was 10 for 12 in the stolen base department this year. And really ran a lot, especially in the second half of the year. Wasn't running all that much in the first half. I think pitchers started to think, oh, he's not really much of a threat at all. And then he started to take advantage, got some great jumps, and ended up bumping up his stolen base total into the double digits. 0-1. Reyes takes a fastball inside under the hands. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, Giovanni Alfonso's father is Edgar Alfonso. He was the first ever manager of the Brooklyn Cyclones in their inaugural year of 2001, and he holds the team record for most wins. But now his brother, Edgardo, is going to try to break that record if he can stick around a while in Brooklyn.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That just caught a piece of the inside corner to Reyes. And so the count now goes to 1-2. How about that? That would be something if you have. It's all about the Alfonsos apparently in Brooklyn. It'd be great to see those two jostling with each other. And I know Giovanni was giving Edgardo a little bit of rub when he told him he finished the year 309, and Edgardo did not hit that in his first year with the Ducks. 1-2. Reyes a ground ball foul down the third base line. Well, that'll keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Reyes had a very good season for the Ducks this year, hitting .302, 5 home runs, 56 runs batted in. Defense in terms of range sometimes can be a bit of a bugaboo for Reyes, but offensively he has done everything the Ducks certainly were hoping for coming into this season.
Yeah, 141 hits. That was 5th best in the league, and that .302 average had him 8th in the entire Atlantic League. So great offensive season for the Ducks second baseman.
Alfonso leads off first, and a throw over back to first base. Not in time as Alfonso gets back there safely, being held on by Carlos Guzman, who was in there defensively at first base tonight after sitting on the bench yesterday in the spot of Joe Maloney, who got the start at first base, but the newcomer out of the lineup tonight. Here's another 1-2 to Reyes. Antonini throws over to first again to check on Alfonso. And again, nothing doing over there.
Yeah, Ducks did not even attempt a stolen base last night. Patriots had 1 attempt. That was Justin Trapp, and he was successful. So only 1 stolen base total in game 1.
And it will be a little bit tougher for the Ducks tonight with a left-hander on the mound. Can't get as good of a jump as you might against a right-handed pitcher. Another throw over. Antonini very preoccupied here in the early going with Alfonso. So Reyes at the plate. Lou Ford will be next. Those are the 3, along with Alfonso, who reached on the base hit, due up here in this opening inning. No score. And it will be a 1-2 from Antonini. Here's the pitch. Alfonso goes, and Reyes swings and misses for strike 3. Throw down to second, not in time. Second baseman Trapp tried to get there and make the tag, never came up with the ball. So Reyes down on strike 3, but a stolen base for Alfonso, his first of the postseason.
Yeah, Trapp a little late getting there. Catcher Adam Donahue really was just throwing to a spot. When he let that ball go, nobody was anywhere near second base. But Trapp got there just in time, applied the tag, but not before Alfonso got the bag.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a situation where they were not expecting Alfonso to run, or a situation where there was maybe some miscommunication between Trapp and Rodriguez as to who was going to cover. But A stolen base for Alfonso, so the strikeout really almost as good as a bunt as they get the runner into scoring position with 1 out. And here is Lou Ford to the plate from the right side. First pitch is a fastball strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Lou Ford, a .269 hitter, 9 homers, 31 runs batted in on the season for the Ducks. 41 years old and still playing good baseball here for Long Island. From the stretch, the 0-1. Kicking the pitch. Ford, a ground ball hard but foul down the third base line in front of Kevin Baez. That's quickly 0-2.
Ford one of 3 Ducks last night that had a multi-hit game. He had a pair, as did Elmer Reyes and Alex Berg. But again, all 9 hits by the Ducks last night were singles. Only hit tonight, that infield single by Alfonso, another single. So still looking for their first extra base hit. And 2 teams have now combined for 26 hits in the series, 24 of those singles.
I don't think many teams are going to win hitting only singles, but for the Patriots last night, they got the majority of their hit singles and it worked. Here's the 0-2. That fastball misses inside, and so the count goes to 1-2. It's also very rare to pick up 16 hits in a game and not come away with a win. So Somerset, in the end, says, hey, we might have had 14 singles, but we had the 7 runs. Long Island only had 1, and they certainly took advantage of some mistakes early on, padded the lead late, and the pitching staff, for the most part, shut down the Ducks lineup, who did register 9 hits in the game, which isn't a bad total, but again, when they're all singles, doesn't really help. Alfonso dancing off second, the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. No, he fouled it off. Couldn't see it as the ball was in front of the catcher, Adam Donaghy, but Ford did just get enough to stay alive.
Lou Ford also had a big drop of a ball in left field in that top of the third. Dropped the fly ball by Devontre Richardson and took credit after the game, Michael. He said, look, flat out, I have to catch it. I just missed it. I got to catch it. He said he overran it a little bit, and that made a 3-0 game 5-0, so led to the biggest inning of the game for Somerset.
So he will look to bounce back with a good performance at the plate tonight and in the field and trying to drive home Alfonso for the game's first run. Each team with a hit, but nothing has come across yet. And Ford in a battle here with Mike Antonini working very slowly on the mound. Here's the 1-2. And Ford is swinging a ground ball through the left side, base hit. Alfonso going to third. Kevin Baez waving him home. Throw to the plate from Aaron Eggleston is offline. Ford will go to second. He'll slide in there safely. It's an RBI single for Lou Ford. And the Ducks take an early 1-0 lead.
Well, great job by Lou just pulling it through the left side. It slowly rolled to Aaron Eggleston in left, and he had no chance to get the speedy Giovanni Alfonso. Edgardo's in the house too, but it's 1-0 Long Island.
Well, the way that Giovanni Alfonso was running there, he was trying to come home and score just like his uncle Edgardo did many times in a Ducks uniform. A good base running by Lou to take second base when the throw from Aaron Eggleston was off target. Eggleston does not have the best of arms, and Kevin Baez knows it, having faced him so many times over the last few years. And he was ready to send Alfonso right away, who had to wait initially to make sure that ball wasn't going to be snared by the shortstop, Rodriguez. Now it is Mark Krause from the left side. First pitch, and Krause takes a fastball just below the knees for ball 1. What a season it was for Mark Krause. .282 batting average, 21 home runs, 84 runs batted in. Led the team in RBIs, led the team in on-base percentage. That was right near the top, but 3 homers shy of Sanko for the team lead. 1-0. That's popped high in the air, third base side. Vidal racing back towards the stands. On the warning track, he'll watch this go into the crowd. And that evens the count at 1-1.
The runs have been so hard to come by, Michael, for the Long Island Ducks of late. In their last 8 losses combined, they've only scored 13 runs, and they've been held to 3 or fewer in all 8 losses. So just to get an early first inning run here, get their first lead of the series, I think can go a long way, especially with what Matt Larkins has done here at home this year, where, again, he hasn't lost a game in over 3 months at the Duck Pond.
So many guys were saying during the team workout on Tuesday how important it was to get that early lead, put crooked numbers up on the scoreboard. When the Ducks were doing that on their road trip, they were great. When they were getting single runs, that was the tough part. So they got an early lead, now they have to add to it. The 1-1 is fisted out towards second base. To his right is Justin Trapp. He'll field and throw to first for the out. Move forward, advances on a third base. So now the Ducks with a runner at third and 2 away, and that will leave it up to Ruben Gotay.
Getting in the fifth position for Long Island, first baseman number 30, Ruben Gotay, number 30.
So now Ruben Gotay will step up to the plate for his first action here in the Liberty Division Championship Series. Had the night off last night with Mark Krause starting at first base, Lou Ford in left, and Anthony Vega in right. But with the lefty on the mound, Vega sits tonight. First pitch on the way to the switch hitter, and Gotay will take on the inside corner for strike one. Ruben this year hit .261 for the Ducks, 6 home runs, 28 runs batted in. He's got Lou Ford at third with 2 down, trying to give the Ducks a 2-0 lead is Gotay. The 0-1, and Gotay checks a swing, takes another pitch on the inside corner for strike two.
Well, a year ago, Ruben Gotay hit .313 against these Patriots in the Liberty Division Championship Series. The Ducks won it in 5 games, but then went 0 for 11 in the finals as the Ducks were swept by the Skeeters in the Championship Series.
Here's Antonini's 0-2. Gotay takes a high fastball for ball one. There weren't too many Ducks at all who hit well in that championship series. Sugar Land was a buzzsaw. They went a perfect 6-0 in the postseason after winning their final 4 games of the regular season, 10-0 to end the year and pick up the franchise's first ever league title. 1-2. Gotay a ground ball to short. Gobbled up there by Rodriguez, and his throw on to first in time for the out. That'll end the inning. But the Ducks do take the early lead. They pick up a run on 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and they leave a man on base. We have played 1. It is Long Island 1 and Somerset nothing.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Everybody on the 25-man playoff roster is healthy for both the Long Island Ducks and the Somerset Patriots. And, Michael, that's just the way you want it for postseason baseball.
Well, that's the key, is you want to make sure you've got 25 good, healthy players on your roster to go into the postseason with. Again, guys can't get activated and inactivated at any point like you can during the regular season. The only way somebody can get activated is if there is an injury or another major emergency, in which case that is needed. So ultimately, the 25 guys that are set on the active roster are expected to go for the entire series. Ducks have got that. The Patriots have that. And I know for both teams there were some players that didn't make the roster, that it was some tough decisions, especially on the Somerset side.
Yep.
But unfortunately, that's the business of baseball, especially down the stretch here, and especially in the Atlantic League, where a lot of times teams will go and acquire successful, talented players from outside independent leagues. Devontre Richardson will lead off this second inning. And the first pitch is bunted up the third base line. Alfonso will watch it roll, and it will go just foul.
Nice job, Fonzie.
What a break there for the Ducks. That looked just like Alfonso's single,
yes,
except this one was bunted at.
Yep.
And that one was rolling right along the third base line. Alfonso looked like he was going to play it and just pick it and watched it go right between his legs and make a left turn at third base.
Right through the 5-hole, and looked like it was going to hit the corner of the bag, but just went wide, so a huge break for Long Island.
It's very rare you want a ball, a puck, or anything like that going through the 5-hole. That's one situation where you do want it. So Alfonso with a heads-up play. Now 0-1 on Richardson, who joined the Patriots late in the year, hit .333 with 6 runs batted in and 6 runs, but no home runs. Here is the 0-1 delivery. Now this pumped in the air, foul down the right field line. It will slice well into the crowd, and it's quickly 0-2.
Michael, you were talking about the Skeeters. How rare is it what happened this season where the defending champions don't make the playoffs and the two teams that had the best record overall. Lancaster and Bridgeport, they were both 76 and 64. They both missed the playoffs as well.
I said this often during the year as we get a flock of geese flying straight overhead over the
Good
ballpark.
omen for the Ducks.
The 0-2, and Larkins just missed painting the outside corner, so there is ball one. When I looked at the 8 teams in the Atlantic League this year, I didn't think there was one team that was far and away better than any other, and I didn't think there was one team that was terrible. I thought every team had a lot of competitive players on it, as Larkins misses down and away. Lots of talent among every roster, and obviously not all the teams finished with identical or very similar records, but there was a lot of good competitive baseball played where a lot of teams had good first halves, other teams had good second halves, but there were some who had all-around great seasons, and ultimately tough for Bridgeport and Lancaster in the end. 2-2. Fastball, and Larkins just misses the outside corner again. Try to paint that corner. It did not get the call from Brian DeBrouwer.
I agree with you, Michael. There is no favorite to me of the 4 teams that survived and are in the postseason. The Ducks, the Patriots, the Crabs, and the Revs. You can't make a case that one is a favorite over the other 3.
Here's the payoff pitch. And there's a called strike 3 as he paints the outside corner at the knees. So Larkins picks up his 3rd strikeout in a row. And there is the first out of inning number 2.
So again, it's going to be a fun playoffs to watch. York won in dramatic fashion last night in their game 1 with a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 10.
It was a 2-run blast from Telvin Nash that won it for the Revolution last night, and really ever since Nash rejoined York, that team has just taken off. They had a dreadful first half and really took charge of the Freedom Division in the second half, and it got them into the postseason. Carlos Guzman to the plate, and he takes low for ball 1. I think every team, every one of the 4 teams that are in the postseason all have a lot of bright spots to their team. They also have some flaws, and I don't think any team is perfect. I don't think any team is far and away better than the other, and that is exciting to see when you get to this stage of the year. Larkins out of the windup, and here's the 1-0 on the way to Guzman. There's a fastball strike over the inside corner to even things at 1-1.
Of course, the Ducks made an incredible run in August, tying a franchise record with 12 straight wins. They were 17-2 in a 19-game stretch, but then really faltered to end the year, winning just 2 of their last 11.
Slashed foul deep down the left field line by Guzman, and the count goes to 1-2. And it's really bizarre how the season goes, but baseball is one of those types of games where it's a game of streaks and slumps. You'll go through some hot stretches, you'll go through some struggles. And what's the phrase? You're never as good as you are when you're at your best, and you're never as bad as you are when you're at your worst. And that seems like that was certainly the case for the Ducks throughout the course of this season. So Larkins ahead of Guzman here at 1-2. Right-hander out of the windup, kicks, fires. Guzman swings a ground ball to second base. Right at Elmer Reyes. He throws over to Ruben Gotay for out number 2.
And Ducks never really found their rhythm in the first half, but the Patriots started the year 6-0 and 16-7 in their first 23 games, winning the first half. That hot August really was the reason the Ducks made the postseason. Again, it's 17-2 in a 19-game span in the month of August, and that eventually is why they ended up 2 games better than the Bluefish, and the reason you and I are sitting here tonight.
And I'll tell you what, both of these teams had those big stretches. Somerset right away at the beginning of the year, the Ducks in August, and if not for those stretches, they're probably not in the playoffs.
Yep.
Especially with how Somerset's roster got picked apart. Justin trapped to the plate, and the second baseman takes outside for ball 1. Somerset had that good start, and then lots of signings by major league organizations, foreign professional leagues, as a lot of players, talented guys on their roster got taken away. It'll be a 1-0 delivery. Larkins kicks and comes home, and this popped in the air down the right field line. Going to be a tough play. Ruben Gotay racing back towards the stands. He'll run out of room as he takes a big hop off the lower concourse and goes up into the box seats.
The Patriots had 17 players signed away in the regular season, 12 of those to major league organizations. And of course for the Ducks, first time in franchise history, they had more than one player make it back to the major leagues in the same season, which they played here on Long Island. They had 3, Tim Melville, Quentin Berry, and Henderson Alvarez.
And Melville made it back twice in the same year. He got up with the Twins and then got up again with the Padres, which is quite impressive. So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch coming up. Larkins kicks and comes home. And this one grounded to the left side. Alfonso races in, makes the play, spins, throws, got him. What a play by Giovanni Alfonso. as he makes the tough pick out of the dirt, spins around and fires a strike to first for the final out of the inning. So Matt Larkins retires the side in order. It means it's another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning with energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island. Saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. One more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. We will head to the bottom of the second. Ducks in front of the Patriots 1-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Well, we head to the bottom of the second. Long Island Ducks with a 1-0 lead over the Somerset Patriots. Ducks with a first-inning RBI single by Lou Ford that brought home Giovanni Alfonso. And now they're trying to add to it here in the home second against the Southpaw and former River Shark and Bluefish, Mike Antonini.
Yes, Antonini started his Atlantic League career with Camden in 2013 and then spent each of the last 2 years, at least parts of them, with the Bridgeport Bluefish, combining to make 28 starts over those 2 years. And now with his third Atlantic League team in the Somerset Patriots. Angelo Sanco to begin, designated hitter, batting in the 6th spot, and he takes a breaking ball low and away for ball number 1. Sanco, a .263 average on the season for the Ducks. He had 24 home runs that led the flock and 81 runs batted in. That ranked second on the team. 1-0, swing and a miss out in front of that pitch from Antonini, off speed. It's 1-1.
Antonini selected by the Mets in the 18th round of the 2007 draft and did spend the first 4 years of his pro career in the Mets organization.
From the line, the 1-1. And again, another off-speed pitch, missing down and away. So that'll run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. This year, 2-1 record, a 1.61 ERA through 9 starts, only 10 walks and struck out 47 in his 39 innings of work. From the line, the 2-1, and Sanco swings and misses, and that evens the count at 2-2.
A 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, Michael, is considered good. He is almost 5-to-1. You gave it 47 strikeouts to just 10 walks. Incredible.
Defense shifted to the right side for Sanco. 3 infielders on the left side. The right side of the infield, and that will run the count to 3-2 as Sanco takes down and away. So you've got the shortstop Rodriguez playing behind second base, slightly off to the first base side, and the second baseman Trapp on the outfield grass. Payoff pitch, and Sanco fouls it over the screen behind home plate.
I mentioned Antonini with all that time in the Mets organization. He's pitched quite a bit in New York State. He pitched in Brooklyn, he pitched in Binghamton, he pitched in Buffalo. So again, a lot of stops along the Met chain, working his way up from rookie through AAA, but just never getting to pitch in Flushing.
Payoff pitch from Antonini here, and Sanco takes downstairs, ball 4. Good at bat there for Angelo Sanco as he works out a walk on 7 pitches, and that walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor, just walk in. So Angelo Sanco is on to begin this second inning. That'll bring Alex Berg to the plate.
So second straight inning, the Ducks get the leadoff man aboard. Last inning it was Alfonso with that infield single, and he did indeed score the game's first run.
So we'll see if the Ducks can get Sanco home and add to this advantage. 2 hits for the Ducks, 1 for the Patriots. Antonini works from the stretch, and his first pitch on the way to Alex Berg. Fastball misses the bottom of the strike zone for ball one. Berg hit .225 this year for the Ducks, 12 home runs, 42 runs batted in. Showed a great arm late in this season, throwing out over 20% of base stealers this year. The Ducks would like to get some big hits from him in this postseason. A 1-0. And another fastball that misses downstairs from Antonini.
Yeah, that 20.7% you talked about, Michael, was fourth best among all catchers in the league who had at least 50 stolen base attempts against.
And really came on as the season progressed. It seemed like he got better and better behind home plate, throwing out runners. We tried to take advantage of him earlier in the year and couldn't do as much late in the season. 2-0. High fly ball in the air to left down the line. Long run for Aaron Eggleston towards the stands. He's going to run out of room as it lands down by the Smokin' Owls party deck. So a foul ball off the bat of Alex Berg runs the count to 2-1.
Again, Mike Antonini, Michael, had some shoulder soreness late in the season, and his last couple of starts, he was really limited to 3 innings, 4 innings, and Brett Jody saying tonight the limit's going to be 80 to 85 pitches. Would love to get 6 innings out of him, but might take him out after 5 if he was in the high 70s.
He's at 31 right now through the first inning plus the first batter of the second. Here comes the 2-1. Antonini delivers, and Berg takes a fastball inside under the hands. So now a good hitter's count for the Ducks catcher at 3-1. Angelo Sanko doesn't have great speed at first, but we'll see if and when Kevin Baez might put him in motion, possibly put a hit and run on. Second baseman trap is shaded towards the middle for Berg. Antonini set at the belt. Kicks and comes home, and Berg swings and fouls it right off the noggin, it looked, of Adam Donahue, the catcher for the Patriots.
He pulls that mask back on, adjusts the front and the back, but no worse for wear. Standard night for a catcher to be hit in the head at least once with a foul ball.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Berg has taken many a shot this year behind home plate on foul balls off of his arm, off of his leg. You go and see him after the game, and it looks like Roger Dorn in the first major league when he learns how to stay in front of ground balls, just bruises everywhere. But he is a warrior behind the plate. 3-2 pitch, and Berg is swinging a miss for strike 3. A weak cock, he wanted to hold up but could not do so. So Antonini picks up his second strikeout of the night, first here in the second, and there is out number 1.
It is a very late decision by Alex to swing there, and big first out for Antonini.
So Berg heads back to the dugout. Now Delta Cleary Jr. will come up to the plate, a switch hitter batting from the right side. Berg had 2 hits last night for the Ducks, and now Cleary Jr. playing in the postseason for a 3rd straight year with the Ducks, who have reached now in 3 consecutive seasons, 2015, 2016, and now 2017. Throw over to first base. Back there is Sanko. And Cleary Jr. wants to get back into his offensive form like he had in his first 2 years with the Ducks when he had well over 300 both seasons. But this year hit just 265. Antonini comes set. Deals to the plate. Cleary Jr. taking all the way. Takes a strike at the knees. 0-1.
And Delta really struggled, Michael, in this series a year ago against Somerset. He went just 1 for 19 in the 5 games with 9 strikeouts. So again, the Ducks lost the first 2 in New Jersey, won the next 3 here at home, but Delta didn't really feel like he was a part of it.
Throw back to first base, and back there is Sanko, who was 1 of 3 in the stolen base department this year. I know that definitely irked Cleary Jr., even though the Ducks won the series. Throughout the offseason, he wanted to improve, and now has an opportunity here in the first round of the postseason again. 0-1, a swing and a miss, and that's one aspect of his game that he has to do a little bit of a better job at if he wants to improve, and that's laying off those breaking balls down in the dirt. Breaking balls off speed, guys try and get him to chase down in the zone, and a lot of times he will wave through those. So Sanko, who opened the inning with a walk, remains at first with 1 out, and now an 0-2 pitch coming from Antonini to Cleary Jr. Left-hander set at the belt, looks to first base, and now deals to the plate. Popped up in the air, foul, first base side. Carlos Guzman gives it a look, but this will be well back into the seats. So again, this is game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. The series will shift after the game tonight to our west, about 2 hours, hour and a half, to Bridgewater, New Jersey, where the Ducks and the Patriots will play game 3 tomorrow night, and then if necessary, game 4 on Saturday, game 5 on Sunday evening. In the 0-2, Cleary Jr. pops it up this time to second base, right side of the infield. Justin Trapp ranging over to his left, and he will make the grab for out number 2.
The times for those games, 7:05 tomorrow, 7:05 Saturday, and if Sunday is necessary, 5:05 would be Game 5. Easy to remember, right? Game 5, 5:05.
Of course, we were talking at length last night about how the first 3 meetings in the postseason between these two teams, all of the series went 5 games. It was needed to decide a winner, and with Somerset's win last night, the all-time postseason series now tied at 8 apiece. So 8-8 in the postseason.
Amazing.
173-172 Ducks in the regular season.
That is why it's become such a great rivalry. This is the 4th postseason meeting in the last 5 years.
So here's Dan Lyons, the shortstop and 9-hitter. First pitch, and he swings it, smacks one into left field for a base hit. Angelo Sanko goes to second. He'll stop there as Aaron Eggleston fires back in. So Dan Lyons has his first hit of the postseason. The Ducks have their 3rd hit of the night and now have runners at first and second with 2 away.
Lou Ford, after the loss last night, Michael said, hey, it's going to be a long series. 1 game, not going to get too upset over losing it. It was all Somerset last night. He knew it would have a different outcome, at least he hoped tonight. And the Ducks have been much better early on here, both offensively and defensively so far.
Well, there are many guys on this Ducks roster that were on this team last year when the Ducks dropped 2 in a row and then won 3 straight. So they know that 1 game certainly does not decide the series right off the bat. It is what happens throughout to the very end that will decide this. Giovanni Alfonso to the plate, and lines one towards the right side, but it's going to be caught by Justin Trapp. So Alfonso hits a liner, but Trapp makes the grab, and the Ducks unable to extend the lead. No runs, a hit, a walk. The Ducks lead 2, and after 2 on Long Island, it's the Ducks 1 and the Patriots nothing.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there. For coverage of the Long Island Ducks, the Mets, the Yankees, Major and Minor League Baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and soccer, visit nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source.
So this game moves to the 3rd inning as the Long Island Ducks lead the Somerset Patriots 1-0 in Game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. Ducks trying to even the series at a game apiece after falling last night. And Matt Larkin's back to the mound for his 3rd inning of work. He retired the side in order in the 2nd, and he'll be facing the 9-1-2 hitters for the Patriots. It'll be Adam Donahue, followed by Aaron Eggleston and Alfredo Rodriguez. So Adam, Aaron, and Alfredo this inning. It is the A's for the Patriots.
The A-team.
First pitch, and Donahue takes a strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Donahue did not play last night. It was Jovan Gonzalez who did the catching. Donahue this year a .239 hitter for the Patriots. 2 homers, 24 runs batted in. The 0-1 from Larkins. Now that taken low and outside to even things up.
A longtime Somerset Patriot is Adam Donahue, 5th year as a player, but his 1st year as player coach. So congratulations to Adam getting that dual role this season.
Out of the windup is Larkins, the 1-1. This is chopped on the ground at 3rd base. 2 ups for Giovanni Alfonso, who fires across the diamond in time. one out in the third inning.
Gio's had a lot of work out there at third base, again on a night when his uncle Edgardo Alfonso threw out the ceremonial first pitch, and especially, Mike, that move that ended the second inning where he grabbed the ball, did a full 360, and came up firing to first. I'm sure Fonzie in the seats was very proud of Gio on the field.
Yeah, Alfonso has played a strong third base this year. He has committed 16 errors, but he has made some pretty impressive plays over at third base. Primarily, he's been a shortstop throughout his career, so this was a little bit of a change for him, but obviously with Dan Lyons at short, nobody's really taking over for him anytime soon. Aaron Eggleston, and he takes low and outside for ball one. But Alfonso has looked pretty sure-handed over there at third base throughout the course of the season, and we all have spoken about what he has done with his bat this year that has been the most impressive and the most pleasant surprise for Long Island. 1-0, and that is taken for a strike, 1-1. And when you think back to the beginning of the season, Alfonso didn't have an opportunity in the starting lineup. Cody Puckett was the starting third baseman. He goes down with an injury that ends his season at the end of May, and Alfonso smoothly transitioned right into that role.
It was a combination of injuries and departures, and he took advantage.
1-1 breaking ball misses outside to Eggleston, who popped out to right his first time up back in the opening inning.
I remember talking to Kevin Baez early on in the year, and he said he's going to be my utility guy. I'll slot him in whenever I can. And he goes on to lead the team in hitting during the regular season as an everyday player.
This low on the 2-1, now 3-1, and the key, too, is Alfonso can play multiple positions. He has played shortstop when Lyons has needed a rest. He has played second base when Elmer Reyes has needed a rest, so he's been all over the infield for the most part. 3-1, and this is grounded past the mound. Elmer Reyes to his right will gobble it up and throw on a first for the out. So Aaron Eggleston retired. That is now 4 consecutive groundouts induced by Larkins after 3 straight strikeouts.
Yeah, so not bad. 7 in a row retired since the one-out walk to Olmo Rosario back in the first.
Alfredo Rodriguez, number 8.
So 2 away in the inning. The bases are empty. Larkins looking for a second straight 1-2-3 inning, and it will be Alfredo Rodriguez, who thus far has the only hit for Somerset when he singled to left field back in the opening inning. Ducks out hitting the Patriots 3-1 at this point. They lead in the ball game 1-0. Alfonso playing in tight at third, and Larkins winds and fires to the plate, and the fastball over the inside corner for strike one. Larkins standing all the way on the first base side of the rubber pretty much consistently throughout the course of this night. Trying to get a better angle on his delivery to home plate. The 0-1, and the slider misses down and away to even things up at 1-1.
He is so far over, Michael, like he has been all season. I've talked about it. It's almost as if he is working off the small side of the rubber, not the long side that faces home plate. It looks like he's off the small side that faces first base. He's right on the corner.
1-1. Fastball just missed inside, and it looks like he takes one more step to his left. He's going to fall off that first base side of the mound. You almost have to be careful when you're standing there and going into your windup. You don't want to slip and fall and potentially hurt yourself doing that. Here comes the 2-1, kicks and offers, and Rodriguez lifts it foul down the right field line well into the crowd. And Larkins gets the count even at 2-2, and now a strike 3 away from his second 1-2-3 inning in a row.
Well, fans, if you watch what he does with his right foot here, it's almost as if he lines it up initially on the small side of the rubber. Watch what he does with the right foot, but then as he begins to come toward home, he will lift it up and then put it on the long side of the rubber. So watch that right foot. You see where it is there on the short side, and then he lifts and then puts it where it usually should be to push.
2-2 fastball just missed outside. Threw right to the glove of Alex Berg, but according to Brian DeBrouwer, was set up too far outside. So now the count full at 3-2. We'll see if Rodriguez can find his way aboard. Payoff pitch on the way from Matt Larkins. Kicks and comes home, and this is just low for ball 4. Back-to-back pitches right near the borders of the strike zone, but both called balls. And a runner on first with 2 away, and the walk to Alfredo Rodriguez.
That breaks up that run of 7 in a row retired by the right-hander. And boy, it did look like he was getting squeezed there by DeBrouwer, much like he was back in the first inning. But got to shake it off in a 1-run game, especially here.
Several guys have said that Brian DeBrouwer is among the best in the Atlantic League in terms of calling balls and strikes, but definitely appears to be a fairly tight zone in the early going tonight. Here is Olmo Rosario. First pitch from Larkins on the way, and Rosario a half swing. They call a strike anyway. The count 0-1, and this is a big batter because the Ducks have yet to figure out how to put Rosario back in the dugout. He has been up 6 times in this series. He has gotten aboard all 6 times on 5 hits and a walk. Obviously, you have the dangerous Kyle Roller in the on-deck circle. Throw over to first by Larkins, and back there easily is Rodriguez.
You want Roller to lead off the 4th inning. You do not want Roller coming up with 2 men aboard, so this becomes the biggest at-bat of the game for Matt Larkin.
No balls and 1 strike on Olmo Rosario, who walked in the first on 4 pitches, but was stranded there. 0-1 delivery. He squares to bunt and ends up pulling back at the last second and taking the pitch inside to even things up at 1-1.
A little surprising when you're swinging the bat as well as Rosario is that he would show bunt there, but saw Giovanni Alfonso very deep at third and decided to try a little trickery there. Just didn't work out for him.
Straight out of the Brett Jody playbook. He likes to do that, play small ball, and maybe do something to try and throw a surprise to the defense. Alfonso right along the line, the 1-1. Missed outside with a fastball. And Rosario jumps ahead in the count now on Matt Larkins. Ducks right-hander to this point has thrown a total of 50 pitches in the game, 28 of which have been strikes. Trying to get this final out of the 3rd to keep the runner on first. 2-1. Lined up the middle into center field. Another base hit for Olmo Rosario. Rodriguez will go to second and stop there as Cleary Jr. came up ready to throw. A walk and a single here with 2 outs, and the Patriots threatening to pull even.
It's incredible. Rosario 6 for 6 in the series with a walk now. Aboard 7 times.
Kyle Roller, number 40.
The Ducks have been leaving some pitches over the plate to him, and he is certainly taking advantage, but natural law in baseball says that even when you do get your pitch, you're going to still get out several times, and baseball is a game of failure. If you fail 7 out of 10 times, you're usually doing pretty good, and they're going to get a big contract. But ultimately, Rosario has now got 6 hits and a walk in his 7 plate appearances. And now here's the dangerous Kyle Roller. First pitch on the way, and Roller a half swing. The pitch just misses, and the crowd getting restless here with the calls from Brian DeBrouwer. Larkins has been living right on the corners of the plate and has not been getting those pitches called for strikes.
That's where you have to be, though, on Roller, because you lay it over the middle of the plate, he's going to put it over both walls and right. So you got to either stay away, or bust him in like Matt did there.
That's what makes it tough for Larkins. Here is the 1-0, and Roller pops it up in the air to shallow center. Delta Cleary Jr. moves in on it, gets to the spot, and he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So for the 2nd time tonight, Kyle Roller comes up with 2 aboard and is retired. He pops out to center in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left. We have played 2.5. The Ducks still in front by a run.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, when Kyle Roller popped out to center field to end the top half of the third inning, that was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. And did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That is 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. Michael Pollock alongside Chris King here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks with a 1-0 lead as we move to the bottom of the third inning. And for the Ducks, it will be their 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the third against Mike Antonini, Elmer Reyes to begin, followed by Lou Ford and Mark Krause. The Ducks' only run of the game thus far coming in the first inning on Lou Ford's RBI single. First pitch is a fastball taken at the knees for strike one by Elmer Reyes. Short's the second baseman, for the Ducks. Struck out swinging his first time up back in the opening inning. Reyes stepping out, asking for time as Antonini had come set. Now the 0-1. And a breaking ball here. Another strike from Antonini, who quickly gets in front 0-2. Elmer Reyes last night in the series opener was one of 3 Ducks with multiple hits. He, Alex Berg, and Lou Ford each had 2 hits among the 9 for Long Island in their 7-1 defeat. Antonini's 0-2. Reyes takes inside and it hit him. Look, that caught him either on the left hip or in the back, but either way, Reyes hit by a pitch and he's aboard to begin the third.
How about that? 3 straight innings now with the leadoff man on for Long Island. So good starts. They got Alfonso home in the first. They couldn't get Zanco past second in the second, but now Reyes pays the price, takes one for the team, but he's aboard to open the third.
During the season, Ducks leadoff batters had a .262 batting average with 102 walks as well. And so the Ducks have had the leadoff man on in each of the first 3 innings against Antonini, and here is Lou Ford, who has driven in the only run of the ball game. Reyes doesn't have great speed at first, just 1 of 3 in the stolen base department this year. He is held on by Carlos Guzman. First pitch on the way to Ford, and he takes just off the outside corner for ball 1. Ford pulled a single through the hole between short and third and scored Alfonso from second, then eventually took second on the throw home, but got stranded at third base on a pair of groundouts. 1-0. Ford, a drive in the air to center, hit pretty well. Racing back is Devontre Richardson, still going back, and he makes the catch. Kind of got twisted around on that liner to center by Ford, but still somehow comes up with it for the first out.
Mike, that is incredible. He actually turned completely the wrong way when that ball was hit, but still circled back to get there. That's an amazing job by Richardson in center, right in front of the track, 390 feet away from the plate.
He didn't commit a single error as a member of the Patriots this season, and ends up making a great grab. He played 18 games for Somerset without making an error. And there again, gets turned around the wrong way, but still finds a way to come up with it, and that ball was tattooed off the bat of Ford. So 1 away, and now the cleanup man, Mark Krause, to the plate, batting from the left side. A lefty-lefty matchup here with Antonini. Reyes remains at first with 1 down. Southpaw set. And the first pitch, Krause takes high for ball 1. Wind is picking up a little bit here, blowing from left to right towards that right field foul pole. Certainly not as strong as it was last night, but definitely stronger than it was earlier in the ballgame.
Yeah, Tropical Storm Jose is still out there, spinning its wheels off the eastern end of Long Island, but I agree with you, Michael. I hadn't heard it as much in our microphones tonight until you just mentioned it, but last night we heard that almost all evening long.
That howling wind here at Bethpage Ballpark didn't seem to have too much of an effect on the fly balls, though. 1-0. And that misses down and away for ball 2. We actually thought the fly balls to right might end up carrying much better last night, and Kyle Roller hit one that off the bat we both thought was out, and it ended up being caught in not too deep right field by the right fielder for Long Island last night, Anthony Vega. Good hitters count for Krause at 2-0. Antonini set at the belt, kicks and comes home, and Krause takes a breaking ball at the belt for strike 1. Thought Krause was going to swing away at that pitch as the catcher Donahue was set up outside, and the pitch actually ran back towards the middle of the plate. But Krause took it for strike 1, so now 2 balls and a strike, with Elmer Reyes still leading off at first base. Antonini looks over that way, now deals to the plate, and Krause swings and misses, chasing the pitch that this time got the outside corner. And that'll even things up at 2-2.
Oh, real nice job by Antonini there, just working that breaking stuff away and getting Kraus to chase a little bit. Obviously a huge at-bat for him here with Kraus in the cleanup spot tonight. He was the 3-hitter last night and played first base, so tonight cleanup and out in left.
2-ball, 2-strike pitch from Antonini, and Kraus takes a fastball that misses outside to run the count full at 3-2. Kraus was named the Del Monte Smelson Team MVP this year in fan voting during the month of September and led the team with a .400 on-base percentage this year, one of the best at getting aboard and drawing walks, and we'll see if Reyes does indeed go on this 3-2 1-out pitch. Antonini comes set. Reyes does not go, and Kraus swings and grounds this one weakly to third. Right along the line, Vidal fields. He's going to have no play. Second infield single to third base of the night for the Ducks. And they now have 2 runners on and only 1 out in this third inning.
Well, Giovanni Alfonso did exactly the same thing to open the game. Patriots had a ball go that way that did go foul, so that infield dirt tonight has been perfect for Long Island, both when they're at the plate and when the Patriots are. So big roller for Kraus, and now the Ducks with 2 men on for the switch hitting Gotay.
So here is Gotay, who grounded out to short his first time up back in the opening inning. He certainly wants to come through in this situation with Elmer Reyes at second, Mark Kraus at first, so the Ducks trying to add to a 1-0 lead. Antonini gets the sign and comes set. First pitch on the way, and Gotay pumps one up. Foul territory third base side. Donahue and Vidal chasing toward the Patriot dugout, and this will sail back into the crowd. Nice grab made by a fan. And the count 0-1.
Yeah, gentleman barehanded that ball, and now he hands it over to a youngster to his left, so nice job. That was a sky-high pop-up, but he got both hands on it, gave it a good squeeze, and nice applause, and then handed it over to the young man to his left. Good job all around.
Yeah, nice crowd on hand here on this Thursday night for some postseason baseball. We had a cheerleading exhibition that took place before the game from members of the Suffolk County Youth Cheerleading Association, and then they get to stick around and enjoy some Ducks postseason baseball. It'll be an 0-1 coming up from Antonini. Reyes leads off second, Kraus from first. And the 0-1. Fastball runs inside of Gotay to even the count at 1-1. I know Gotay, who is a native of Puerto Rico, his thoughts are certainly with his family and friends back in his native land of Puerto Rico, where yesterday Hurricane Maria rolled on through and unleashed her wrath. So hopefully everybody is okay. And we're certainly thinking about Ruben's family and friends back there as long as everybody else. 1-1, down in the dirt. Good block at home plate, though, by Adam Donahue, keeping the runners put at first and second.
And Long Islanders can certainly relate, Michael. That island is an island that holds about 3 million people. That's almost exactly what you have on here on Long Island, and that entire island of Puerto Rico now is without power, and obviously the flooding rains and the torrential overflows on the edges of that island. Just a very rough situation right now for those in Puerto Rico, but Long Islanders can certainly know what it's like on an island when you have that many people in one area. To have everybody without power is just devastating.
2-1, line drive in the air to right. Backing up on it is Rosario. He'll make the catch. Tagging from second is Reyes. He'll advance on a third. Kraus just drew the throw. So a fly out to right by Ruben Gotay. Elmer Reyes moves to third base, and now runners in the corners with 2 men out for Angelo Sonko.
Sonko, number 26.
These are the situations the Ducks have to come through when they get runners aboard. With the way the offense has been going of late, the Ducks have had at least 2 on in every inning of this game thus far, but have only plated 1 run. We saw how painful it could be for the Ducks to miss out with opportunities early in the game last night. They did take advantage in the first and get a run home. They're trying to add to it here in the third with Elmer Reyes at third and Mark Kraus at first. So lefty-lefty matchup here with Sonko. 3 infielders on the right side of the infield. First pitch on the way. Sonko takes a fastball that runs high and away for ball 1.
Amazing. The Ducks left 8 men on base last night, but they left 2 on in the first, 2 on in the second, 2 on in the fourth. The Patriots, who won 7-1, left 10 men on base, so it could have been a lot worse if Somerset had come through more.
Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Antonini delivers, and Sonko swings through one for strike 1. And when you get 16 hits in the game, you're bound to leave a lot of guys on base unless you're picking up some of those big extra base hits, which again, Somerset only had 2 doubles in the game yesterday. Everything else singles.
Every single player in the starting order for Somerset last night had at least 1 base hit, and Brett Jody still yanked 3 of those guys out tonight.
Here comes the 1-1. Antonini fires. Sanko swings through a high fastball for strike 2. And meanwhile, it's the Ducks who are still looking for their first extra base hit. They have 13 hits thus far through the first 2 games, but all singles. We'll take a single here because it would play Reyes. But Sanko behind in the count at 1-2 as Antonini tries to strand 2 aboard here in this 3rd inning. Left-hander gets the sign from Donahue and comes set on the mound. The runners lead for Long Island. And the 1-2. Swinging a foul tip off the glove of Donahue and back behind home plate.
Of course, Sanko, the team leader in homers in the regular season with 24. Hit only 3, though, against Somerset in the 20 games between the 2 teams. Long Island won that season series, 11 wins to the Patriots 9.
What a great season series that was. Ended with the Ducks taking 3 of 4 in New Jersey right at the tail end of that 12-game winning streak. It'll be a 1-2 again. Antonini fires, and Sanko takes a breaking ball that just missed the outside corner about knee-high. Another close pitch that just misses the zone. And so that will even things up at 2-2.
And I thought that had the plate as well, but home plate umpire Brian DeBrouwer saying outside, and trusting his eye big time was Sanko.
He's been fairly consistent with that strike zone throughout the course of the game. Reyes leads from 3rd, Krause from 1st. Here comes a 2-2 now to Sanko. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He blew the fastball by him. So Mike Antonini gets his 3rd strikeout of the night. And Kay Sanko does leave 2 more on base. No runs, 1 hit. The Ducks leave 2 more. After 3 innings of play on Long Island, it is still a 1-0 lead for the Flock.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Michael Pollock alongside Chris King here at Bethpage Ballpark. 3 innings have been completed. The Ducks with a 1-0 lead over the Somerset Patriots. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Ducks. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Patriots. The lone run coming in on a first inning RBI single by Lou Ford of the Ducks. And to take you across the next 4 innings, here is Chris King.
Well, thank you very much, Michael Pollock. In inning number 4, we do 4th inning trivia. I'll give you the question in just a moment here in the top of the frame and the answer in the bottom of it. So Matt Larkins, who's been terrific so far, 3 innings of 2-hit shutout ball, begins against the 5-hitter in the order tonight for Brett Jody, David Vidal, followed by Devontre Richardson and Carlos Guzman in the visitors' 4th. So Larkins to face Vidal, who struck out swinging back in the opening inning, one of 3 strikeouts recorded tonight by Long Island's right-hander. So Vidal ready, as is Larkins, still way over on that first base side of the rubber as he kicks and comes home with the first pitch. And that popped up. Foul territory, first base side. Ruben Gotay over on the warning track, and it's going to be about 2 rows deep behind the photographer's well area there. So just strike 1 on Vidal.
Without the wind blowing, that ball might have stayed in the field of play, but that wind continues to push towards the first base side stands, and that pushes the ball out of play.
Vidal 1 for 4 last night, scored a run for Somerset in their 7-1 win, and he drew the only walk of the night. Both pitching staffs issued just one walk. Vidal got it for the Patriots. And certainly a good night for hurlers on both sides. And John Brownell roughed up in that third inning where he allowed 5 runs on 5 hits, but a couple of errors, 2 of those runs unearned. The 0-1 here is inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, last night in the Freedom Division Championship Series, Game 1 in York, the Revs over the Blue Crabs from Southern Maryland, 5-3 in 10 innings, and that will lead us into our 4th inning trivia in just a second. 1-1 here to Vidal. And then another foul back. It was York's Telvin Nash who hit a 2-run walk-off homer in the bottom of the 10th inning. It was just the second time in Revs history that they had had a walk-off home run in a playoff game. So that's going to be your trivia question tonight. And yes, there is a Long Island angle to it. The only other time they had a walk-off homer in postseason history, the guy who did it was a former Long Island Duck. So name the former Long Island Duck who had the only previous walk-off homer in the playoffs for the Revolution. Here, ground ball to Elmer Reyes at second. Easy flip to Gotay at first, and there's 1 away.
Definitely a good question. Definitely a Long Island connection, and who knows? We could very well see a rematch of the 2011 Atlantic League Championship Series this year if the Ducks and the Revolution find their way past their first-round opponents.
Of course, the Revs won back-to-back titles in 2010 and 2011. The Ducks did the same the next 2 years in 2012 and 2013. And these are the 2 winningest franchises in Atlantic League history, the Patriots with 6 titles and the Ducks with 3. Here is Devontre Richardson, the one-out hitter for the visitors. And he takes in the dirt, ball 1. Looks like it may have kicked up and gotten Alex Berg in a sensitive area here, and he's going to take a little stroll to try to shake it off.
Matt Larkin's having a conversation with him right now just to make sure he's all right and kind of joking about it, but that's part of what I've talked about. Berg has taken a lot of baseballs either down in the dirt or foul balls off of opponents' bats to different parts of his body, between his arms, his legs, his chest, and he certainly has gotten beat up at points this year, but he has caught for the most part throughout the course of the season for this Ducks team.
Well, the 1-0 here to Richardson is on the outside corner at the knees for a strike, evening things up at 1-1. Richardson struck out looking his only previous time up. Ducks with a 1-0 lead as we play in the top of the 4th. 1-1 pitch. Swung through here, chased one downstairs for strike 2. And again, the Revs winning it last night, 5-3 in 10 innings. They trailed early tonight, 2-0, but York has rallied in 4 unanswered runs. Now have the Revs doubling up Southern Maryland 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th at Peoples Bank Park in York, Pennsylvania. 1-2 is bounced to first, knocked down by Ruben Gotay, scrambles and gets to the bag himself to get the out. What a job by Gotay, 2 gone.
Yeah, that is a great play from the former big leaguer who typically you see him across the diamond at third base, but has been playing a little bit more at first of late, especially with how Alfonso has been playing. And there he was playing right along the line anyway and was able to get over there and knock it down. That was definitely a fair ball, so if that ball sneaks by him, that's an extra base hit for Richardson. But he did well not to try and just come up with it, but just to knock it down, get the ball into the dirt so he can recover. And he made the play without panicking for the second out of this 4th.
So 2 up, 2 down. Here's Carlos Guzman, the first baseman and 7-hitter from the left side. Matt Larkins got him to ground out to second in the 2nd inning. And the first pitch this time through busts him in tight at the knees for ball 1. Again, tonight in that Freedom Division Championship Series, Darrell Thompson, the right-hander, on the hill for the Crabs against fellow righty Victor Mateo for the Revolution.
Half of Larkin's outs, by the way, tonight on ground outs. He has done a very good job of getting a lot of baseballs on the ground, really to the right side especially, to Reyes and now Gotay. He's had a couple over to third.
It's a 2-seam fastball with the bottom falling out, and there's the same pitch right there, but skips all the way through Alex Berg and back to the backstop for ball 2.
I'll tell you what, the Ducks were in New York a couple times late in the year, a rain-shortened 2-game series, and then that makeup game last Monday, September the 11th, and that York lineup is just so potent when you look at it. Getting a guy like Telvin Nash back makes him that much deeper when you have bats like Michael Burgess and arguably the league MVP Alonzo Harris. It's very tough.
Be a 2-0 here coming to Guzman. And again, in tight at the shins is But Matt Larkins where he wants to work him, and he misses. It's ball 3. So Larkins, who has a pair of walks, one to Rosario in the first, one to Rodriguez in the third, sitting at 3-0 now on Guzman. Here trying to end the 4th. And he doesn't get the call inside. A 4-pitch walk again. Looks like he got squeezed by Brian DeBrouwer, but a base runner with 2 away for Somerset.
Well, when you look through Larkins' outings this year, since June the 4th, he has walked more than 2 batters just once, and that was on August 28th against the York Revolution here, in which he walked 5 in 5 2/3 innings. But tonight has now walked 3, and I don't think that's a product of wildness from Larkins. I think it's just close pitches that is not getting the call.
Well, Guzman can run a little bit. He does have 10 steals. He has been caught 5 times. And he's a 2-out runner at first for Justin Trapp, who grounded out to Alfonso at third as Fonzie made a great 360 spinorama throw to get him to end the 2nd inning. And they get 5 straight balls now out of the right hand of Matt Larkins, as that's ball 1 now to Trapp. So in a 1-run game, that walk to Guzman with 2 outs could loom large, but Larkins has to put it behind him here and focus on Trapp. 1-0. Up and in. No, they call it a strike, and Trapp can't believe it. Now he's got words for Brian DeBrouwer.
Well, that's surprising considering some of the other pitches that haven't been called strikes in this inning and in this game. And Larkins was fortunate to get that one for a strike and get the count even.
Trapp last night 1 for 4 with a single. Scored a run, dropped down a sac bunt, stole a base. Nice game for Brett Jody in the 7-1 win. The 1-1 is hit up the middle. Will it get through? No, backhanded by Reyes. Got it to Lyons at second in time to get the out. What a play by Elmer Reyes, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th on Long Island. The Ducks still on top of the Patriots, 1-0.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Ducks with a 1-0 lead over the Somerset Patriots. Again, this is Game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series, which will continue tomorrow night. The Ducks are hoping they will be able to even the series before it heads to New Jersey. They'll take on the Somerset Patriots in Game 3. Jake Fisher, the southpaw, will go for Long Island, and right-hander William Oliver will go for the Patriots.
Well, you mentioned, Michael, the Ducks taking 3 of 4 in mid-August their last time to Somerset, and that'll certainly give them some confidence going in there because they had dropped the previous 2 series, losing 2 of 3 and losing 2 of 3 the first time they visited the Garden State and faced the Patriots this year. So the Ducks still protecting that 1-0 lead as we go to the last of the 4th, and the left-hander Mike Antonini, the former River Shark and Bluefish, on the hill into his 4th inning of work against the bottom third of the order and the 7-hitter Alex Berg to begin it. Big looping breaking ball crosses home plate and is called strike 1 against Berg, who struck out swinging in the 2nd. Antonini's 0-1. Misses inside with some hard stuff that time, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Berg had a couple of hits in last night's game, singling to right in both the 4th and the 6th innings. sandwich around a flyout and a strikeout.
Here he looks at one down in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike to Alex. And Berg batting 6th last night. Dropped down in the order to 7th tonight as Kevin Baez shifting around a couple of players defensively and changing the batting order a little bit after his club did have 9 hits, but all singles and only 1 run in a game 1 loss. 2-1 here is foul back behind home plate. 2-2 on the Ducks backstop.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, but obviously 9 hits is good, but when they're all singles, it makes it really tough to string some runs together. The Ducks are going to need to find a way to hit some balls into the gap or down the line, or maybe even one over the wall, which they did more against Somerset this past season than they did against any other team.
23 homers against Patriots pitching, and this one up the middle and through in the center field. So a base hit for Alex Berg, and the Ducks get the leadoff man aboard for the 4th straight inning.
Impressive stuff there, and a good job by Trapp just to get to it and knock it down. Not that it changed anything about the outcome of the play, but showing his good range. But Berg gets that one towards the middle past the mound, and he's got his 3rd hit of the series.
Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
So Delta is next. We'll answer our 4th inning trivia in just a moment. We asked you to name the former Long Island Duck who had the only other walk-off homer in Rebs history to win a playoff game. Again, last night, Telvin Nash, the 2-run homer in the bottom of the 10th to give the Rebs the 5-3 victory over the Blue Crabs. And Michael Pollack informed me that Telvin Nash has done it again, a 3-run homer tonight that has the Rebs up 4-2. Here, bunt and a beauty by Delta Cleary Jr. I don't think anybody's going to get to that, and everybody is safe. Oh, what a perfectly placed bunt by Delta, and the Ducks have 1st and 2nd, nobody out.
Excellent performance there from Delta Cleary Jr. He knew that Antonini tails off to the 3rd base side of the mound when he throws. He pushed the bunt past the mound towards the area in between 1st and 2nd, and the kind of no man's land at that point. So nothing that he could do on the Patriots side to prevent that. And now with the shortstop and 9-hitter Dan Lyons coming to the plate, I have to think you might see yet another bunt to move the runners in a scoring position.
Yeah, Dan, certainly the best bunter on the team, and the Patriots are expecting it. Carlos Guzman on the grass at 3rd, David Vidal just at the cutout at 3rd base, and let's see what Danny does here. So 2 on, nobody out for Long Island, trying to add to a 1-0 lead in the home 4th. He squares, bunts, drops a beauty. Fielding it is Antonini. His only play is to first, threw it in the dirt, but the 2nd baseman, Justin Trapp, digged it out beautifully, and the sacrifice goes 1-4. Ducks with 2 men in scoring position with 1 away.
That was near disaster for Antonini and the Patriots as he got that ball with plenty of time to throw Lyons out and threw it downstairs. But Trapp, who normally does not play first base, had to get over there and cover. And was fortunately for the Patriots able to scoop it out of the dirt. Otherwise, that goes down the right field line. 2 runs score, and Lyons makes it at least to 2nd, if not 3rd.
What a job by Trapp. You are exactly right, Michael. So the biggest moment of the game for Long Island, their leading hitter in the regular season, Giovanni Alfonso, comes to the plate. 1 for 2 tonight with an infield single, and he has scored the game's only run. He lined out softly to the 2nd baseman Trapp his last time through. So what a spot for Fonzie here with Berg at 3rd and Cleary at 2nd, 1 away. Biggest jam of the night so far from Mike Antonini. Quackerjack gets some clapping, and now the first pitch here is an inside strike, 0-1, and Alfonso unhappy with our home plate man in black.
And I'm Alfonso, I'm not trying to do too much. The right side of the infield playing in tight, and he is very good at just poking it over those infielders' heads into shallow right. That's exactly what he's got to try and do here with the speedy Cleary Jr. at 2nd.
Be an 0-1 coming to him. And that, did it hit him? He went down. Here comes Berg charging home from 3rd. He will score. So make it 2-0 Long Island on the wild pitch by Mike Antonini. And here comes Brett Jody to argue the case, saying that it may have hit Giovanni Alfonso instead.
I think he's trying to say that it indeed hit him, because then that would load up the bases rather than having a run come home. But that pitch kind of yanked down and into Alfonso by Antonini, and Alfonso did well. Alfonso did well to get out of the way of it and allow that ball to go back behind him. So a break there for the Ducks as they get a run home and double their lead at 2. And now they've got a runner at 3rd with 1 out where a fly ball can make it 3.
So the Patriots with the infield in all the way around, but as Michael told you, even a deep fly ball would get Cleary, the fastest Duck, home from 3rd base. Missing inside here is Antonini, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So that was a wild pitch on Antonini, his first of the night. It brought home Alex Berg, and the Ducks have doubled the lead. It's 2-0 Long Island here in the last of the 4th. The 2-1 is looped foul, first base side out of play for strike 2.
Good try there by Alfonso. You can see with his swing, he's got a very patented swing that we've seen all year long, where he goes the opposite way down the right field line or just into shallow right field. That's all he needs to do. Again, the infield is not playing in. They're about halfway all around. The only guy who's really in is Carlos Guzman at first. But just find a way to poke it into the outfield and find a way to get Cleary Jr. home.
2-2 will follow. And fisted foul. Boy, in on the hands of Alfonso. He's lucky that didn't get him on the fingers. And the count holds.
A little bit of a defensive swing there as that pitch bared down in on him. And instead of getting out of the way of it, as that would have definitely been ball 3, ends up swinging after it and poking it foul.
So 2-0 Long Island in the bottom of the 4th. What a chance to bring home another run with Delta Cleary Jr. just 90 feet away and 1 out. Antonini's pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So big K for Mike Antonini, just his 4th of the night, 2 gone.
Very big strikeout there for Antonini against a guy who has done very well during the course of the season in these situations. He's able to get Alfonso out for the 2nd out of the inning. And if he can get out of this after the 2 singles and the sac bunt with only the 1 run allowed, it would be a big lift for the left-hander.
So here is Elmer Reyes, who has struck out swinging and been hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 1. Now the 2-out hitter as the Patriots back everybody up to normal depth on the infield, and he rips it into left field for a base hit. Trotting home from 3rd to score is Delta Cleary Jr. Elmer Reyes has an RBI single, and Long Island has a 3-0 lead.
Well, a tremendously clutch hit there for Elmer Reyes. After Alfonso strikes out, Reyes comes to the plate. He's ready to hack first pitch, and he smokes one into left field for the RBI single. Reyes was a .250 hitter this year with runners in scoring position and 2 out, but he delivers in this situation to pick up his first RBI of the playoffs.
So Long Island with a 3 spot on the board. It is the first time all season that Mike Antonini has given up more than 2 runs in a game. The Ducks with 3 in already, and it's only the 4th inning. And here's Lou Ford, who drove in the game's first run with an RBI single in the 1st and has flied deep to center his last time through. And Antonini's going to keep Elmer Reyes close at first here, tossing over. Reyes just 1 steal in the regular season. He's been caught twice. So a crooked number on the board for the Ducks for the first time in the series. They put up a 2 spot here so far in the 4th to add to the 1-0 lead and make it a 3-run advantage. Antonini checks first, comes home, and Ford takes inside. Just wrapping up our 4th inning trivia, the name we were looking for, Bryant Nelson, the former Long Island Duck, was the only York Revolution to ever end a playoff game in walk-off style with a home run. He did that against Lancaster back in 2011, and of course he is now the Atlantic League's all-time career hit leader. Nelly is the guy we were looking for. Ford pops it foul behind the plate, 1-1 on Lou.
Of course, he went on to win the championship with the Revolution that year over the Ducks, then joined the Ducks during the offseason and won 2 championships in a row playing for Long Island.
And one of the all-time great guys in the Atlantic League, Bryant Nelson, good friend of yours and mine, Michael. We wish him well in all future endeavors, but boy, he played for just about every team in the league and ended up with over 1,000 hits. #1 in Atlantic League history. Congratulations, Nelly. A 1-1 curveball. Lou chopped it foul down the left field line for strike 2.
It was so odd this year to not see him playing here in the Atlantic League. You're so used to seeing him year after year. I kept staring at the transactions wire, waiting to see which team was going to pick him up, especially late in the season, potentially for the playoff run. And no team ever did. I mean, I know he's an older guy right now, but he has such great experience and really a great guy to have around the clubhouse.
And look what Lou Ford's doing at 41, right? If he could do that, you know Bryant Nelson could do the same. And Nelly could be watching and listening tonight. So, Nelly, if you are, we're thinking of you here in the booth tonight. The 1-2 is skied to left. Eggleston moving in underneath it. He'll have to camp there. It was hit so high. And we'll make the one-handed squeeze that ends the inning, but not before the Ducks pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. There was a wild pitch and 1 man left. We're through 4 at Bethpage Ballpark in Game 2. It is the Long Island Ducks 3 and the Somerset Patriots nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we move to the 5th inning with the Ducks ahead of the Patriots 3-0. And fans, you can chill out throughout the rest of this postseason with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company Gourmet Iced Coffee. It's available at the concession stands here at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons.
It's amazing you're talking about the cool cup of coffee on September 21st, isn't it?
Yeah, but when the weather's in the 70s, I'll take it. Now, I am an iced coffee fan myself. I prefer the iced over the hot, so I tend to lean towards the iced coffee anyway. But when you get weather this comfortable, there's no better way to refresh than with a cold cup of iced coffee.
And my son Connor always wants to know when I come home, Dad, did you do the hot read or did you do the cold read? So sometimes on nights when, we're a little in between, but tonight I will tell him we absolutely did the cold read. His first pitch temperature was a beautiful 74 degrees. Well, the Ducks take a 3-0 lead to the 5th here as Matt Larkins back to work against the 9-man, Adam Donahue. So 3-0 Long Island as we start the 5th. And Larkins, who's been tremendous tonight, starts with strike 1 on Donahue, who he got to ground out the 3rd, his only time through. Larkins 0-1. Hit slowly foul, third base side for strike 2. Of course, Matt Larkins, June 15th in Somerset County, New Jersey, against these Patriots. Took a no-hitter into the 9th inning before the Patriots' Chris Grayson hit a leadoff homer to break up the no-no and the shutout on Matt Larkins. Got a chance here to retire Donahue on 3 pitches as the 0-2 follows. And he misses away with ball 1.
Yeah, you talk about that great start. The last time that he faced Somerset here, he threw 5 2/3 innings of 2-run ball. A good start by him. Unfortunately, the Ducks ended up losing that game 3-2, but he pitched well. And then, of course, we'll have to talk about his last start overall against Somerset after this pitch.
1-2. And that low, 2-2.
And that was in game 1 of the doubleheader on August 16th, the 12th win of those 12 straight wins to the Ducks. A complete game in which he allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned over 7 innings, and struck out a career-high 12 batters in just 7 innings as the Ducks won that game 7-3.
He has had some remarkable outings this season, and we'll give you some of the rankings where he ended up in the Atlantic League. It really is incredible. The 2-2 coming here to Donahue. And that a broken bat pop between the mound and second. It drops Reyes Fields, fires, and he got him in time. So for a second, Michael, it looked like it was going to be a problem, but Elmer Reyes quickly remedied it.
Yeah, it was kind of that in-between area between the mound and second base. It was too far back for Larkins to get, but the Ducks fortunate that it was Adam Donahue running the bases and not Justin Trapp. If it's Trapp, there's no way they make that play, but with Donahue running, Reyes knew he had time and made a good, strong throw after picking it up with his right hand.
Well, Matt Larkins led the Atlantic League in shutouts. He had 3 of those. He was second in strikeouts with 139. He was third in complete games with 4 of those. His 3.69 earned run average was 4th best in the league. His 26 starts also tied for 4th, and his 156 innings pitched 5th best in the circuit. To the top of the order for Aaron Eggleston, who takes ball 1. So you put it all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6 different categories. He was top 5 in the Atlantic League. Eggleston has flied to right and grounded to second. He's 0 for 2 in his series debut here tonight. A little changeup floats wide there, and it's ball 2.
And I can't see him getting the Player of the Year award in the Atlantic League. Right now, the favorite has to be Gabby Hernandez of Southern Maryland, but I'm not even sure if Hernandez is ahead in that many carries. Pitcher of the Year, I'm sorry. Yep. Pitcher of the Year.
2-0. Inside, 3-0.
I'm not even sure if Hernandez is that high up in every single one of those categories. He had a fantastic year, as did Sugarland's Jake Hale and, of course, John Brownell. But Larkins, especially after a couple of early hiccups in May, really turned things around and was brilliant down the stretch, especially in the second half for Long Island.
Well, his 3-0 to Eggleston is taken all the way for strike 1. We talked about that no-hitter into the 9th inning in Somerset. Of course, on this field, July 5th against Lancaster, he threw a complete game 1-hit shutout as the Barnstormers' Vladimir Frias had a single that led off the 3rd inning, the only hit he gave up all night. This one hit well to center field, but Delta Cleary Jr. a good jump to his left to put it away for the 2nd out.
That night he was on from the get-go. It was just a little hit for Frias, and that was it. He was so locked in. And I think the difference was in the game where he took the no-hitter into the 9th inning, so much pressure builds up when you get to that 9th inning. He ends up giving up the leadoff home run, ran into a little trouble, and Chinwe Sao had to come in to close that one out. Yep. But he had given up the hit early in the game to Lancaster. He got that out of the way, and he was just able to cruise, pound the strike zone. And the Barnstormers have a very good lineup. They have had a good lineup throughout the course of the year, but in that night, Matt Larkins did everything he could to keep the Barnstormers off the bases and allow just that one hit.
Well, here's Alfredo Rodriguez, the 2-out hitter with nobody aboard for Somerset. And this time it's strike 1 from the right-hander Matt Larkins, who was never drafted by a major league team, has no affiliated ball in his entire career. Independent ball only for the Ducks right-hander. The 0-1 coming. And that low and in, 1-1.
And he's very much like Brownell and like Hamburger, who we saw last night for Somerset. They don't have tremendously overpowering stuff, but they do throw multiple pitches for strikes. They're able to mix up their location, mix up their speeds, and that's why they're so effective.
The 1-1 is swung through for strike 2. And again, his final record, Michael, was 9-7. But if you go back to the start of the year, he pitched so well and got no run support whatsoever. I mean, there were just incredible nights where he was lights out, but the Ducks didn't score anything for him, and that's why he ended up just 2 games over 500 personally with that 9-7 record. 1-2 here in tight, little check swing, but not enough to go around. It's 2-2.
He ended the year with the Ducks averaging 3 3/4 runs in the games that he had pitched in. But early in the season, if you took out that one relief appearance in which the Ducks scored 8 runs, he was averaging under 2 runs a game of support, and it was so shocking how that was taking place.
The 2-2, another nubber foul, and again, closed the year 9-2 in his last 11 decisions, did Matt Larkins, and here at home in his last 9 starts on this field, 5-0 with 4 no decisions. So he has not lost a game here in over 3 months. These Patriots are the last team to beat him here, but you have to go all the way back to June 20th to find the last time he lost a home game. So Larkins in his groove at the duck pond and trying to mow through the Pats here in the 5th. 2-2 though, down and away, and he's running full.
Now, one thing that if you have to think of anything that he may need to work on in tonight's game is he's allowed over the last 2 innings 3 guys to get aboard with 2 outs, a walk and a single in the 3rd and a walk in the 4th. So that's the one thing he's just got to try and avoid. Otherwise, he's pitched very well thus far.
Here's the payoff. And that down and away, so you're right on cue there, Michael. So instead of a 1-2-3 inning, he's only done that once tonight. It's another inning extended here with 2 away on a base on balls, his 4th of the evening.
And not a big batter that you wanted to get out, because now you allow the 2-out walk to Rodriguez. You bring up Olmo Rosario, who the Ducks have not found a way to get out yet in this series. And then Kyle Roller, who the Ducks have done a pretty good job against, but you don't want to keep rolling the dice in these situations. So tough there for Larkins, and it makes him have to throw more pitches. He has already thrown 85 on the night, and we're with 2 outs in this 5th inning. So he's got to be careful here with Rosario.
So here is the dangerous Rosario, who's been on base every time he's come to the plate in the series. He is 6 for 6 with, again, 6 hits and a walk. So 7 times he's come to home, 7 times he's gotten aboard. It's strike 1. Let's see if the Ducks can finally send him back to the dugout. Tonight, a walk and a single to center in his 2 trips up. Larkins 0-1. just missing inside as Alex Berg set the target. Matt Larkins hit it, but Long Island didn't get the call. It's 1-1.
That was a close pitch, a good one too. You can't leave anything over the plate to Rosario. And you got to wonder if Larkins is thinking, where do I have to put the ball to get a strike call and not leave it over the plate to him?
That's right. It's pick your poison, right? You leave it over the plate, he's going to do what he's done for 2 straight nights. 1-1 inside on the shoot tops, 2 balls and a strike. Rodriguez at first did have 14 stolen bases in the regular season, second most for the Patriots, but he was caught stealing 8 times. Patriots with only 2 base hits tonight, 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and nothing since. 2-1. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. So Larkins in danger of bringing the tying run to the plate in the person of Kyle Roller, the biggest home run hitter and RBI guy for the Somerset Patriots all year.
That's been a bugaboo among the Ducks pitching staff throughout the course of the season. 2 out base runners, 2 out runs. And they've tried to avoid it here, and we'll see if Larkins can get out of this.
3-1. Got the outside corner. Rosario can't believe it, and the count now full.
Right near the bottom of the strike zone. Berg did a good job to frame it. Gets the call, and now the runner's going to be off from first on this 3-2 pitch, so the Ducks defense will have to be aware of that.
Crowd getting behind the right-hander with a rhythmic clapping, hoping for a strikeout here, Rosario. Ducks would take an out of any kind, the way Olmo has swung the bat the last 2 nights. The 3-2. Low and away, ball 4. Rosario has now been aboard all 8 times he's come to home plate, and Kyle Roller is the tying run walking into the left-hand batter's box.
That's going to bring Billy Horn out of the dugout to try and settle down his right-hander. Back-to-back 2-out walks, now 5 issued in the game. Again, I can't fault Larkins for all of those because, again, he's been getting some tight pitches that haven't been called on both corners of the plate or at the bottom of the strike zone, but those last 2 ball 4s were nowhere close as he yanked them both down and away. And again, we mentioned this yesterday, this Somerset team is a very patient group. They very rarely will expand the zone and swing out of the zone, especially with 2 outs and a chance to get runners aboard. And so now Kyle Roller, who has twice come to the plate after Rodriguez and Rosario get aboard back-to-back, coming up again here to try and get a better result this time and get the Patriots back into this game.
Again, Roller 22 home runs to lead the Patriots in the regular season. Somerset only hit 80 as a club, by far the fewest of any team in the league, but Roller himself had more than 25% of their home runs. And they did hit 15 homers against the Ducks in the season series. That was second most. They hit 19 homers against the Barnstormers. So biggest moment of the game has arrived. Roller at the plate, 2 on, 2 out. Ducks with a 3-0 lead in the 5th. And Matt Larkins, after talking to Billy Horn, misses inside with ball 1. Roller has struck out swinging and flied to center. He's 0 for 2. And last night just 1 for 5 with a single, a run, and a ribby. The chant is "Let's go Ducks" from the faithful flock. The 1-0 is on the ground and through into right center field. Rodriguez will turn third and score. Rosario going for third, and he'll be in there. It's an RBI single for Kyle Roller. The Patriots are on the board, and it's a 3-1 game.
Well, you flirt with danger too many times, eventually danger's going to come back and get you, and that's exactly what happens to Larkins here in the 5th. He gets 2 quick outs fairly easily. A walk. Roller has to come up again with 2 on. Larkins had won the first 2 battles, not this time with the shift on. He hits it past Elmer Reyes into right center to play the Patriots' first run, and a killer for the Ducks after getting 2 big runs in the bottom of the 4th. They have now given 1 back to the Patriots, and Somerset still threatening for more.
So again, now the tying run's on. The go-ahead run at the plate in David Vidal, who has struck out swinging and grounded out to second. Vidal just 1 home run in the regular season. So Somerset finally breaks through on Larkins here in the 5th on just their 3rd hit of the night. They've all been singles, but it was a big one with 2 on and 2 out by Roller. Larkins against Vidal, and a good pitch blown by him here for strike 1.
You could tell that Larkins is laboring a bit here, but it is much too early to take him out. You're only in the top of the 5th inning, and I know his pitch count is getting higher, but Larkins is a guy who pitch count has not meant too much for this year, and he's got to find a way to get out of this inning and keep the Ducks in front.
So good start, 0-1 to Vidal. And now 0-2, same pitch, same result. Going straight fastball, Michael.
Yep, you're ahead in the count now, 0-2. So now you can expand the zone a little bit. Now maybe try and throw another one of those pitches up and in or down and away to try and get him to chase. But definitely in this situation ahead, 0-2, you can't leave anything near the middle of the plate.
Vidal 1 for 4 last night with a single and a run scored. And again, so far 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a ground out. Patriots have Rosario at third, Roller at first with 2 away. They've made it a 2-run game. The 0-2. Popped in the air down the right field line. A long run for Lou Ford into foul territory, but it is 1 row deep, and Vidal and the Patriots remain alive here in the visitors' 5th.
Another situation where that wind kept pushing that ball foul, and it just drifts into the crowd. Ford gave a good chase after it, but ultimately could not get there in time, and so Vidal has another opportunity.
So the back-to-back 2-out walks have proved costly already for Matt Larkins after the Roller RBI single, and now just trying to limit the damage and get this to the dugout with Long Island on top by 2. Ducks out hitting the Patriots 7-3, and the lead is 3-1 here, reaching the midpoint of the contest. Still 0-2 on Vidal. That one hit softly towards short. Lyons dives, knocks it down, shovels to Reyes at second. He got him! Oh, what a play by Dan Lyons! Laying his body out, one-handed shovel to Reyes. They get the force on Roller, and the top of the 5th comes to an end.
A marvelous play by Dan Lyons, and you could see the frustration from Vidal at the end as he slammed his helmet straight down into the dirt. That saved at least 1 run, and who knows what happens after it, but he finds a way to make a great play and get out of further trouble.
So the Patriots have to settle for 1 run on 1 hit. There was a pair of walks, they leave 2. We are halfway home. Middle of the 5th in Game 2 in Central Islip. It's now the Ducks 3 and the Patriots 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Ducks with a 3-1 lead, and Mark Krause against right-hander Lucas Irvin in out of the bullpen for the Patriots. And the first pitch misses away for ball 1. So 3-1 Long Island, a defensive gem by Dan Lyons. 1 of 2 tonight by the middle infielders for Long Island, keeps it a 2-run game. 1-0 here, misses downstairs. 2-0 now on Mark Krause, the cleanup man.
Well, if the Ducks end up holding on to win this game, that is certainly going to be a play that you circle in your scorebook and say that could have been a huge turning point as the Ducks are able to keep the lead at 2.
2-0 is a strike here. 2-1 now on Krause, who has grounded to second and reached on an infield single to third. So Brett Jody hoping to get 5 or 6 innings out of Mike Antonini tonight, the left-hander. Got just 4 because the pitch count was approaching the 80 mark, which was the limit. 2-1 is low for ball 3. So the Ducks, Mike, did a good job stretching him out in those early innings and got him out of the game in just 4 innings of work.
Now, the Ducks have had at least 1 hit in every inning. They have had at least 2 on in every inning, and so those long innings eventually built up to 79 pitches over 4.
3-1. Swung and a foul tip into the glove of Donahue to run the count full. So boy, you look at that play by Lyons. If he doesn't make it, the run scores. It's 3-2. The inning continues. Who knows what happens, but from his belly with the one-handed shovel to Reyes to end it. Here the shift on, and it works to perfection as Rodriguez, almost behind second, able to throw out Krause for the first out.
I think that was the most impressive thing about Dan Lyons' play, was a great job to range up the middle and get it to prevent it from going into center, but also a terrific job to just shovel it accurately and in time from the dirt to second base to get that out. Because again, even if the shovel is good but it's a little bit late, or if the shovel's off target, that run scores.
Yep.
So it's one thing to stop it, it's another to make that play from the dirt.
Of course, Reyes had the great play early on in the infield from the second base side. The 2 middle guys really doing the defense tonight, and Long Island leads by 2 because of their efforts. Here's Ruben Gotay over at first base tonight. Has done a nice job as well. At the plate, he's 0 for 2 with a ground down and a fly out, and he takes ball 1 from Lucas Irvin, again the right-hander in his first appearance in this series. 1-0 is a strike. 1-1 now on Gotay.
Bit of an up and down year for Irvin, who made 25 starts for this Patriots team. The record was good at 9-4, but he had a 4.26 ERA, a bit higher than we're used to seeing.
Here, grounded to first. Nice little hop for Guzman. Waves off the pitcher. Irvin takes it to the bag himself, and the putout goes 3 unassisted for the second out.
And for Irvin, in his 25 starts, he threw 135 and 1/3 innings, gave up 138 hits. A little bit high in the walk department, 55 walks to 89 strikeouts. And opponents hit 271 against him. Brett Jody had to make those tough decisions as to who his starters were going to be, and he elected to leave Irvin out of the starting rotation for the 4 games in this series. The word is he has been told there is a potential, if need be, that they might go to him as a starter in Game 5, but I have to think with what Hamburger did last night, if it gets to Game 5, it would be back to Hamburger.
It would be Hamburger, most likely against Brownell, both on 3 days rest if it gets there. So here's Angelo Sanko, and he takes the Irvin fastball up high. Sanko tonight a walk and a strikeout. Lefty Mike Antonini went 4 innings of 7, hit 3-run ball. He walked 1 and struck out 4. And again, first time all season in 10 starts that he allowed more than 2 runs in a game. The 1-0 here is lashed foul high on the third base side to even up the count. So Ducks get to the bullpen early. Last night, of course, it was Mark Hamburger, who was spectacular for Somerset, going 7 innings of 8, hit 1-run ball before Bilo and Hessler tossed an inning apiece to close out the 7-1 win. Skied the other way by Sanko. Eggleston over toward the line to line it up and make the grab. And for the first time tonight, the Ducks go 1-2-3. We go to the 6th on the island. It remains the Ducks 3, the Patriots 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Zach Treese, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, Ducks fans, thank you for following all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Champions Home Run Challenge. They needed to hit 100 to do it, and they exceeded that mark by 10. 110 home runs on the year. It was Angelo Sanko's home run against the New Britain Bees on September the 1st that allowed the Ducks to meet the Champions Home Run Challenge, and by doing so, Champions Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Champions Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition.
So Mark Krause takes the hill for a 6th inning of work. The Long Island Ducks with a 3-1 lead. Matt Larkins, thinking of Krause, who's obviously had a great season for Long Island. He's out left tonight, but Matt Larkins going into his 6th inning of work against this Patriot team, and he's held him to just a run on 3 base hits. He has tied his season high in walks now, though, with 5 on the night.
We talked about before the A team for the Patriots. They had Adam Donahue, Aaron Eggleston, and Alfredo Rodriguez. I guess we'll go with the M&M boys for Matt and Mark.
Yes, there you go. Matt and Mark, no doubt about it. So Matt Larkins, the guy on the hill tonight who's been terrific for Long Island. And we'll see what he can do here against 6, 7, and 8, starting with Devontre Richardson. Checked his swing. Home plate umpire Brian DeBrouwer says strike, does not need an appeal, saying he went around. 0-1 on Richardson, who has looked at strike 3 and grounded out to the first baseman Gotay. And there's ball 1, and you wonder if it's in Matt Larkins' head at all, Michael. A year ago in Game 2 of this very series, but in Somerset against this Patriot team in a 10-0 loss, he allowed 5 runs in just 2 innings of work and was done. So you know he wants a little payback tonight, and so far he's gotten it. But boy, that was, again, as rough an outing as you can have. Remember, he joined the Ducks so late in the year, he made only 2 regular season starts and then 2 playoff starts, and that was a night he'd love to forget. Ducks lost 10-0 in Game 2 after dropping Game 1. Came home down 0-2, but won the next 3 straight to take the series. The 1-2 is weakly swung through for strike 3, and there's 1 gone here in the top of the 6th.
And no question, one of the big reasons the Ducks got him was that they knew they were in the playoffs last year. They had won the first half title, and they wanted, just like the Patriots with Hamburger yesterday, to get somebody that the Patriots had yet to see, but Somerset really attacked him early. I think Kevin Byers had the short leash on him, being that he didn't know too much about Larkins since he'd only seen him twice in the regular season, both against York, and ultimately it didn't work out. Ultimately, I think even if Larkins threw the game of his life, the Ducks had almost no chance last year with the way that Nick Turley pitched.
There's Carlos Guzman, the first baseman, and he takes low and in. Of course, Larkins did bounce back in the championship series. Game 2 down in Sugar Land in a 2-0 loss. He allowed just 1 run against in 5 2/3 innings of work. Well, the Ducks, of course, swept away by the Skeeters. Sugar Land went 6-0 in the postseason, first team to do it in Atlantic League history. Here, wicked one-hop comebacker to Larkins off the bat of Guzman, but he's able to snare it underhand to Gotay for the 2nd out.
Good job by Larkins to use the body to stay in front of it, grab it, and make the easy play at first to retire Guzman. And boy, you talk about that Game 2 in the Atlantic League Championship Series last year. That was as tough of a loss for both him and the Ducks as you can imagine. Obviously, the tough travel day, you lose Game 1, flying down to Texas, having to play that night, but a chance to bounce back and then head home even. And unfortunately, Larkins was pitching terrific over the first 5 innings. Allowed, I believe, a 2-out hit, if I'm not mistaken, in the 6th inning. Patrick Kreider then brought in to face the lefty Travis Scott, despite Larkins' pitch count being low. And the first pitch, Scott hit out for a 2-run home run that won the game for Sugar Land.
It was Justin Trappman, the 2-out hitter for Somerset, and he takes down and away 1-0. Larkins up over 100 pitches now here in the top of the 6th inning. I believe 104, is that right, Michael?
That is correct.
Okay, so 104 is the pitch count for Larkins here as he tries for what would be just his second 1-2-3. Michael talked about it. He's had a lot of innings where he's gotten the first 2 guys and then can't get that elusive final out. Happened to him in the 3rd, it happened to him in the 4th, it happened to him in the 5th. So let's see if he can finally retire the side in order here, as he did in the 2nd, before falling into that dangerous pattern that led to the only run of the game for the Patriots last inning. Does fall behind Trapp, 2-0, right off the hop. And that one foul back to the top of the screen for strike 1.
Now, the last 3 innings, he has allowed a 2-out walk to the batter that came to the plate immediately following that 2nd out of the inning, and obviously fell behind there on Trapp. But a big key in getting him out, and I think a big reason why Kevin Byers sent him back out, especially after that laborious 5th inning, was the fact he's facing the bottom of the order, who he has held, for the most part, in check today.
2-1 here, a broken bat bloop that's going to drop down into right center field. So for the 4th straight inning, Matt Larkins retires the first 2 men, but can't get the 1-2-3 frame, as the Patriots will bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Adam Donahue.
And it's got to be so frustrating for Kevin Bias and Billy Horn, because there's not much you can say or do to get a pitcher to get that third out once he gets the 2 out in the inning. There's no magical cure that says, hey, you got your two outs, I'm going to say a word, and now you're going to be able to get that third out. And that's the frustrating part. And in that instance, it wasn't a situation where he made a bad pitch. He actually made a pretty good one, and Trapp didn't hit it all that hard, but he just found the open real estate in right center.
He broke the bat of Justin Trapp, but it found the Bermuda Triangle there in right center and dropped in for a 2-out single. Here's Adam Donahue. Twice tonight has grounded out, once to second, once to third. He's nothing for 2. He takes up over the belt for ball 1. So again, a big moment for Matt Larkins, with Donahue representing the tying run at the plate in a 3-1 game that favors the home team here in the top of the 6th. Donahue only 2 home runs in the regular season, but one of those against Long Island. Larkins at the belt, the big exhale, and then the 1-0. Off the glove of Berg and goes to the backstop, and so Justin Trapp will take second base. Like a cross-up, Michael?
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of a cross-up. Berg got a glove on it. It's going to go down as a pass ball, and I just think he got that glove on it reaching out to his right and just could not secure it. And so now all of a sudden, again, for the second straight hitter with 2 outs, you're behind 2-0, and this has to be concerning how this continually keeps happening during the course of the game.
All right, if you're Kevin Baez, is this the last batter that last batter that Matt Larkins faces in Adam Donahue, whether he gets him or whether he doesn't?
Well, you've got a lefty coming up next in Eggleston, so you could go to the bullpen for either Kreider or Richardson if you'd like.
2-0 is inside, 3-0, and I'm with you. I think if he gets him, obviously he doesn't come out for the 7th. If he doesn't, we see Patrick Kreider for Eggleston.
He's retired Eggleston all 3 times thus far, but again, he has fallen behind 2-0 and now 3-0 on these last 2 hitters at the bottom of the order.
3-0 pitch. Splits the plate, as taking all the way was Donahue. Strike 1.
He's challenged Donahue throughout the course of the game. He's gotten ahead against him, and he's gotten 2 groundouts. So you've got to go after him here. Throw strikes, go after him, make him beat you.
So now sitting on a 3-1 is Adam Donahue, the catcher, and 9-man in the order. The pitch, outside, ball 4. It is a season-high 6th walk of the night from Matt Larkins, and now a big decision here for Kevin Baez, perhaps just awaiting the announcement of Aaron Eggleston as the batter.
He's clapping along with encouragement as if he's going to stick with Matt Larkins. And again, Larkins has come through time and time again for him this year, and he has pitched extremely well. Somewhat has earned this opportunity to work out of his own jam, but it has become a scary instance that this keeps happening over these last few innings, and he's worked out of some of these jams, but really living dangerously here, trying to protect the 2-run lead.
So the tying runs are on. Eggleston the go-ahead run at the plate with 2 away in the top of the 6th. Thought about it, laid off it missed up high for ball 1. So what a spot for the Patriots here, trying to slash into a 2-run Long Island lead. Eggleston tonight is grounded out and flied out twice, nothing for 3. Waggles the bat high above his left shoulder. Larkins checks second where Trapp dances. And the 1-0 misses inside on the shoe tops of Eggleston. Good job by Berg to corral it, or you would have had 2 men in scoring position.
He's at 114 pitches now, and you could tell he's really laboring on the mound, just has not come close on a lot of these pitches. You walk Eggleston, now all of a sudden the bases are loaded for Rodriguez, who has not been retired yet in this game. And again, I think this has to be the last batter that Larkins faces, but he's really working himself into trouble.
I'm just shocked he's still out there with, again, Kreider available in the bullpen for a lefty-lefty. 2-0 here, almost looked like it was taken all the way by Eggleston. Why not? And it is a strike, 2-1.
Gets that important strike, but he's got to keep pounding the zone against Eggleston. He's a good hitter, no question, but he's had a down year this year. And ultimately, these guys are going to take. They're going to take unless they see a ball right over the plate, and they're not going to be swinging out of the zone.
Here's the 2-1, and that downstairs for ball 3. So once again, a 3-1 count. And Eggleston's going to see something to hit, or he's going to get ball 4, which would load the bases for Rodriguez and likely spell the end of the night for the right-hander. Larkins' pitch. way outside for ball 4. His 7th base on balls tonight will load the bases for Alfredo Rodriguez.
2 outs on 6 pitches to begin this inning. Fell behind 2-0 and allowed the bloop single. Fell behind 3-0, allowed a walk. Fell behind 3-1 and allowed a walk. And that's going to do it for Matt Larkins, who for the 4th consecutive inning cannot get that 3rd out without allowing some base runners. And here he's going to have to entrust it to the bullpen to try and keep this 2-run lead intact.
So he will get a nice hand as he heads off. He allowed a run on 4 hits, all singles, but he leaves the bases loaded, and all 3 Patriots belong to him. We'll take a timeout. Back with a new pitcher for Long Island Ducks with a 3-1 lead in the top of the 6th.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, this 6th inning, which started off so smoothly for Matt Larkins after he got out of the jam in the 5th inning as he retired Devontre Richardson on a strikeout and Carlos Guzman on a ground out. Just 6 pitches to get those 2 batters out, but allowed a bloop single to Justin Trapp after falling behind 2-0. Allowed a walk to Adam Donahue, the 9-hitter, who had grounded out twice after falling behind 3-0. And allowed a walk to Aaron Eggleston, the leadoff hitter, who was 0 for 3 after falling behind 3-1. And that's the end of the night for Larkins. Rob Rogers, the right-hander and Long Island native, will come out of the bullpen for his first postseason appearance as a member of his hometown team. And he'll be facing Alfredo Rodriguez, who has been aboard all 3 times he has come to the plate in arguably the biggest moment of this ball game to this point.
Again, Rodriguez a single and a pair of walks. He has scored Somerset's only run tonight, and last night 2 for 5 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. So obviously Elmo Rosario's been their hottest player of the series. Rodriguez next in line. Bases loaded, 2 out. Rogers in for Long Island, and the first pitch is in there for strike 1.
Good start to get ahead. That's the key, getting ahead against these Patriot hitters and putting the pressure on them.
3-1 Long Island in the top of the 6th. Patriots, though, with the tying runs now in scoring position. The 0-1. Got the outside corner. Good fastball, 0-2. So Alfredo Rodriguez immediately in a 2-strike hole. He's got Justin Trapp at 3rd, Adam Donahue at 2nd, and Aaron Eggleston at 1st as 2-out runners. Rogers will step off. Crowd started to get behind him with that rhythmic clapping. They want to see the 3-pitch strikeout, and the Ducks take the 2-run lead to the dugout. The 0-2. Popped in the air, right field. Lou Ford to his right, lines it up, and will make the catch. So Rob Rogers comes in, gets Alfredo Rodriguez to fly to right with the bases loaded to end the inning and keep Long Island up by a pair. For Somerset, no runs, a hit, 2 walk. They leave the sacks full. We go to the bottom of the 6th in Game 2. Long Island still with a 3-1 lead over the Somerset Patriots.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tyler Wilson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now. Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Ducks' 2-run lead is still intact at 3-1. And we'll want to remind fans that, once again, the applications are open for this year's TD Bank Take a Duck to Class SA contest. You can head to liducks.com/takeaduck, fill out and download an entry form, and write a 250-word or less essay on why your community is important to you. It's open to children between the ages of 7 and 14. And 4 lucky winners will have a visit from the Ducks and Quackerjack to their school for an hour during this upcoming fall and winter. So make sure you head to liducks.com/takeaduck and fill out the entry form for TD Bank's Take a Duck to Class SA contest.
Well, what a job by Rob Rogers. Comes in, gets the fly ball to right to end the inning and leave the bases loaded and leave Long Island in front. 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Lucas Irvin, who pitched the 5th for Somerset in relief of Mike Antonini, starts the 6th as well as he retired the side in order. Faces Alex Berg, the 7-man, and he waves through the first pitch, well off the plate for strike 1. Berg tonight a single up the middle and a run scored. He came home on a wild pitch back in the 4th, and he's also struck out swinging, 1 for 2, with a run in for the Ducks catcher tonight. And Irvin misses down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Excellent work by Rogers to get that, and a huge key to that at bat. He got ahead right away, 0-1, came back with another strike, got ahead 0-2, and that was what was giving Larkins trouble.
1-1 is low, 2 balls and a strike. So Matt Larkins finishes at 5 2/3 tonight. He allowed 4 hits, all singles, 1 run. It was earned a season high 7 walks, and he struck out 4. The 2-1 is taken the other way, deep to right. Rosario going back near the track at the wall, and that ball is gone! An opposite field solo home run for Alex Berg, his first of the postseason, and that makes it 4-1 Long Island. Takes the low 5 from Kevin Baez at third, makes his way to the plate. Berg goes yard. Long Island's lead is 3.
Boy, Chris, talk about a momentum swing. The Patriots with the bases loaded in the bottom half of this inning and 2 outs, a chance to pull even with 1 single. They don't get it as Rogers comes in to get out of it, and Berg leading off the 6th drills one the opposite way for the Ducks' first homer of the playoffs.
First extra base hit of the series. Here's Delta Cleary Jr. trying to do the same, but the right fielder Omar Rosario got there in the alley to put it away for the first out. So the first extra base hit of the series for Long Island after 9 singles last night, 7 singles tonight. Their first 16 hits were all singles, but Alex Berg going the other way and showing great power over the wall and right to make it 4-1 Long Island.
We talked about it yesterday. Berg with 12 home runs on the season, 5 coming against the Somerset Patriots, who he hit 296 against, and a couple of those were just like that, opposite field shots, and he gets another one here off of Lucas Irvin.
So Dan Lyons, the 1-out hitter, showed bunt, drew it back, and took the fastball high, 1-0. So finally the Ducks with something more than a single, and Alex Berg loves the Somerset Patriots, has loved this matchup all season long, as Michael and I talked about at length last night. Irvin's 1-0 also runs high for ball 2. Again, a .225 hitter in the regular season was Berg, but batted .296 against Somerset with 5 homers and 17 runs batted in. That led Long Island in both categories against the Patriots in the season series. Most homers and most ribbies against Somerset were by Alex Berg of Long Island.
We talked about his struggles during the season and how he could turn it around in the playoffs. Well, he's facing the team that he hit so well against, and he's 4 for his first 7.
3-0 to Lions, and he was taken all the way. Boy, it looked like it had the plate, but maybe a bit wide, according to home plate umpire Brian DeBrouwer, and it's the first walk of the night for Lucas Irvin.
That one brought to you once again by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. And Lions with a productive night thus far. A single and a walk sandwiched around a sacrifice bunt.
So he's the one-out runner, and back to the top of the order for Giovanni Alfonso, who had an infield single and a stolen base, a run scored as well back in the opening inning. And since then has softly lined out to second and struck out swinging. 4-1 Ducks here in the home 6th. The lead is back to 3, which is its largest margin tonight. Strike 1 to Gio. So Lucas Irvin, who breezed through the Ducks 1-2-3 in the 5th, gives up the leadoff homer to Berg the other way, and then the one-out walk to Lions. And Dan held on at first here by Carlos Guzman. Irvin waits as Alfonso resets. Hunched over at the waist, rolling that ball around in his bare right hand behind his back. Comes set away from the letters, and then the 0-1 is skied out of play down the right field line for strike 2.
Talk about those little details, the little things that might get overlooked. Well, you get overlooked in the box score and you get a fielder's choice force out at second and a fly ball to right. But when you consider both situations, what Patriots had on base and what was at stake, those are 2 humongous plays in the game for the Ducks at this point.
That's a great point, Michael. We talked about the little things that hurt Long Island last night. Tonight they've helped Long Island big time. Is here, good block by Adam Donahue on a ball in the dirt. And it's 1-2 now on Giovanni Alfonso. Somerset Patriots have left 10 men on base through 6 innings. They left 10 on board last night as well, but didn't matter because they won by 6 runs. But tonight, those 10 LOBs loom large in what is now a 3-run game in favor of the home team. Ducks trying to even up the series at a game apiece. 1-2. Tied him up inside. A swinging strikeout first of the night for Irvin, and there are 2 away.
I think one thing that the Ducks do need to look at the Patriots and see that has worked for them somewhat is how many walks that they have drawn. And with the strike zone as tight as it's been in this game, Ducks need to do a little bit of a better job, I think, of laying off some of those pitches out of the zone. They have only drawn a total of 2 walks in this game, and between Antonini and Irvin, they were living close on some of the corners too. But I think the Ducks need to do a bit of a better job with their plate discipline to try and get some more runners on and increase this lead a bit.
So the 2-out hitter Elmer Reyes for Long Island with Lions still at first. And Elmer takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Tonight he has struck out swinging, been hit by a pitch, and had a big RBI single back in the 4th that brought home Delta Cleary Jr. So the chant is "Let's go Ducks" as Reyes tries to keep the inning alive for Long Island against Irvin here. And last night both pitching staffs issued just 1 walk total in the game, and tonight Matt Larkins walked the season high 7. 0-1 here is a late swing and a miss by Reyes. He's down 2 strikes in the count.
I mentioned it last night. Reyes reached base safely in 25 of his final 26 games during the season, has now reached base safely in both postseason games thus far.
Again, 141 hits in the regular season for Elmer Reyes, the 5th most of any player in the league. Dan Lyons, 4 steals on the year, who was caught twice, short lead at first. Doesn't appear Irvin's paying him much attention here. Go on an 0-2 here perhaps. With 2 away, he doesn't. And it's slashed foul high on the first base side. The count holds on the Ducks' second baseman and 2-hitter tonight, Elmer Reyes.
The Lions does have some speed over there at first, but I know late in the year was hampered a little bit by some tightness in his hamstring. So that's one thing that Kevin Byers does have to remember, is that you don't want to push your shortstop here in the postseason a bit too much. Obviously, you'd like to put some pressure on Somerset, but at the same time, you do have to consider his health.
That's a great point as well. You don't want to lose him in the field. Trying to steal a base here in the 6th inning with a 3-run lead. Short lead again for Shorty. And in the dirt goes Irvin down low. It's a ball here to Elmer Reyes. Ducks trying to snap a 4-game playoff losing streak here tonight. Of course, a year ago, they dropped all 3 games of the championship series to the Sugarland Skeeters. And you add in last night's 7-1 loss to Somerset, they've dropped 4 straight postseason games. 1-2 the count on Reyes. Just up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a good curveball from Irvin that started way up, just didn't break down far enough for Brian DeBrouwer to call that one a strike as it stayed too far up in the zone. And a good eye from Reyes on that last pitch.
Reyes hit .327 against Somerset in the season series. That was the 2nd best average of any Duck. As here, both guys will reset. Irvin on the hill, Reyes in the right-hand batter's box. Ducks' leading hitter against Somerset was Mark Krause at a .339 clip. Irvin readies his 2-2, and that fouled straight back to the screen. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes with Lou Ford on deck for Long Island.
Ducks would like to get Lou up to the plate with a couple of runners on. Lou had 2 hits last night, has an RBI single tonight. And so Elmer doing a good job here battling with Irvin. 6 pitches already in this at-bat as he tries to keep this 6th inning alive for the Ducks, as they have already plated 1 in the frame.
So good battle here by Reyes, working his way out of an 0-2 hole to 2-2, and let's see what Irvin has in store for him here in this righty-righty. Taken foul high on the first base side, the battle continues. Long Island hoping to keep the inning alive, with Reyes doing a nice job at the dish.
What a season it was for Reyes, and he really loved hitting against the Patriots. 18 of 55 during the regular season. That's a .327 batting average with 5 RBIs against Somerset. We mentioned his 2 hits last night, already an RBI single tonight. Let's see if he can come through again.
Reyes hit over 300 in the regular season, 302 to be exact. That was 8th best in the league and 2nd best on the Ducks. 2-2, hit in the air to left. Eggleston moving in and toward the line, got a good jump on it and will make the grab. That retires the side. So the Ducks have to settle for a run on a hit. There was a walk and 1 man left, but Alex Berg, an opposite field blast, the first playoff homer of the year for Long Island, and it gives the Ducks a 4-1 lead as we head to the 7th in Central Islip tonight.
Hey fans, this is infielder Giovanni Alfonso, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
The Ducks lead it 4-1 as we move to the top of the 7th inning here in Game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. Dustin Richardson is going to come out of the bullpen for Long Island as the lefty takes over for Rob Rogers, who came in with the bases loaded and 2 out in the 6th and got a fly out to right from Alfredo Rodriguez. And the Ducks then helped him out with a home run in the bottom of the 6th off the bat of Alex Berg.
So a good test for the big left-hander, Olmo Rosario, who has come to the plate 8 times in the series and has reached all 8 times. 6 base hits and a pair of walks. Tonight, 1 for 1 with a single, sandwiched in between a pair of base on balls. And as he walks to the plate, he now starts walking back to the dugout. So not sure what Olmo Rosario is after here. Perhaps just a repair on the bat, or he noticed the bat was broken, and the Ducks are hoping that was his gamer, Michael, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think that was quite a bizarre scene, and he didn't even take one swing with it or face one pitch, and Brett Jody looks like he's looking down towards the handle of the bat, and he must have noticed something as he came to the plate that it was broken.
Rosario 5 for 5 last night with 4 singles, a double, and 2 knocked in. And again, aboard all 3 times tonight, and Dustin Richardson will try to be the first to retire him for Long Island in the series, but he misses low, ball 1. We start the 7th inning, Long Island with a 4-1 lead, trying to even this best-of-5 Liberty Division Championship Series at a game apiece before it heads to the Garden State, New Jersey, tomorrow night. He misses low and in, though, and it's ball 2.
And he hasn't fouled the ball off yet tonight, so the only time he made contact was on that base hit to center in the 3rd inning, and you wonder if he came up to the plate last time with that bat broken and just never ended up connecting.
So the Ducks are certainly hoping that his gamer, as the players like to call their bat that they use in that game, is done and they can get him out. Here he takes a strike. Nice backdoor slider from Richardson, 2-1.
And obviously we saw how important it was for Rogers to get ahead in the count against Rodriguez before getting him to fly out. That's going to be the key for Richardson and the rest of the Ducks bullpen tonight.
So 2-1 the count. Richardson off that first base edge of the rubber delivers. And it's taken the other way to right. Long run for Lou Ford coming in and makes the grab. For the first time in the series, Olmo Rosario is retired 1 away. I got to tell you, Michael, off the bat, I thought it's dropping in, right?
I thought for sure off the bat, but the luck he has had throughout the course of this series and this season, I thought for sure that was dropping in, but a good jump by Lou Ford, who has good speed out there tonight, it seems, and he was able to make that grab for the first out, and finally, Rosario heads back to the 3rd base dugout.
Got to be the bat. Got to be the bat. The good bat's gone. That new one, not quite the same thing. And there's 1 away. Here is Kyle Roller, who has driven in the only run tonight for Somerset. It was an RBI single to right center in the 5th that plated Alfredo Rodriguez. Lefty-lefty for Dustin Richardson, and he misses down and away. Roller, prior to the RBI single, had struck out swinging and flied to center. He's 1 for 3. Ducks have doubled up the Patriots in hits, 8-4, and their lead is 3 here as we hit the final 3 innings of this ball game. 1-0, swung through, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Richardson splitting time with the Ducks and the Skeeters this year. 54 appearances, 1 start. He was 2-4 with a 4.94 ERA and 4 saves, but really impressed Kevin Baez after joining Long Island late in the season, and he ends up becoming an important late inning guy for the Ducks here in the playoffs.
Just an imposing presence on that hill, especially to left-handers like Kyle Roller here, who are so difficult to retire. Long hold of the set, and then the 1-1. It's foul back. He's ahead of him, a ball and 2 strikes.
Roller has driven in the only run of the night for the Patriots, as you mentioned, with that base hit in the 5th inning. Prior to that, he had come up twice with 2 men aboard and failed to come through, but got to the Ducks last time. And fortunately, we talked about this between innings, how huge that Rogers out was. Now Rosario has to come up with the bases empty to begin this inning. He is out, and so now Roller comes up with the bases empty.
And one thing leads to another, and it's exactly the way the Ducks hope to draw it up. The 1-2. Swing and a foul tip held by Alex Berg, but it's a strikeout for Dustin Richardson, and there are 2 away here in the top of the 7th. His first K tonight, 5th for Long Island pitching.
As I said, it's a great job by Berg to secure that one off the bat of Roller.
So the Ducks have only sat down the Pats in order 1 time tonight. Matt Larkins did that back in the 2nd. And Michael talked all night about how Matt Larkins could get the first 2 guys but couldn't get that elusive third out. We'll see if Dustin Richardson has more luck here as David Vidal will give it a try. Vidal 0 for 3 with a pair of ground outs and a strikeout swinging, and he's backdoored here for strike 1. So Richardson using that hard breaking stuff on these right-handers outside in and working off that outside edge right now. It's worked well for him thus far. The Duck lead is 3 here in the 7th. 0-1 is a foul straight back. Good start for the big lefty. Nothing in 2.
The Ducks, for the most part in this series, have done a good job against Vidal, who was a thorn in the Ducks' side throughout the course of last season, but joining the Patriots late in the year after beginning the season in the Marlins organization at AA and AAA. And the Ducks have held him to this point to 1 for 7 with a walk.
So crowd again will begin that rhythmic clapping. A little over 3,500 here tonight, in the hopes that Richardson can fan Vidal. He did! Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3 go the Patriots. And we hit the 7th inning stretch with Long Island holding a 4-1 lead in Game 2 of the 2017 Liberty Division Championship Series.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Lucas Irvin will stay in for the Patriots as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Ducks maintaining their 4-1 lead over the Somerset Patriots. Good performance by Dustin Richardson in the 7th as he retires the side in order with 2 strikeouts. And by the way, fans, a reminder not to forget to stop by the Waddle Inn shop on your next time here to Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale, along with second-half Liberty Division Championship merchandise. Proceeds benefit the Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks.
So the heart of the order for Long Island here in the home 7th, Lou Ford, Mark Krause, and Ruben Gotay against Lucas Irvin into his 3rd inning of relief of Mike Antonini. So Ford in against the right-hander, and the first pitch to Lou bounces past Adam Donahue down in the dirt for ball 1. Ford in the opening inning, an RBI single through the left side that brought home Giovanni Alfonso to make it a 1-0 game for the Ducks, just 3 batters in. But since then has flied deep to center and also flied out to left. Again to center field, much more playable this time for Devontre Richardson. In fact, it's the second baseman, Justin Trapp, going out into right center and backpedaling to make the grab for the first out.
So Ford had that RBI single way back in the 1st inning. He smoked one to center in the 3rd, in which Richardson was able to make that grab, as you mentioned, but has gone over 3 since that RBI single back in the 1st inning. And a good job by Irvin to get this first out, and Irvin has looked very strong outside of that home run to Alex Berg.
So Mark Krause up 0 for 4 last night with a pair of strikeouts in the 7-1 Patriot win. Tonight, 1 for 3 with an infield single sandwiched in between a pair of groundouts, and Lucas Irvin starts him out with strike 1. Krause again hit 3rd last night and played first base. Tonight, slotted down to cleanup and patrolling left field. The 0-1. Good cut at a fastball at his belt, but he couldn't connect. It's 0-2.
As we mentioned, the Ducks have to be patient here late in the innings. They cannot get complacent with a 3-run lead. Extra insurance runs are going to be so important here down the stretch against this Patriot team.
0-2 is pulled on the ground to Trapp at second. Couple of bounces, he'll fire to first, and there are 2 away.
Good hustle by Mark Krause there up the first base line, trying to beat it out, but Trapp able to make that play, and it becomes so much tougher as a hitter when you fall behind 0-2 there, and 2 quick strikes by Irvin. That's something that he has done well with since coming out of the bullpen, outside of the walk to Lyons. Otherwise, he's been getting ahead in the count for the most part early on, and it's enabled him to pitch ahead and put more pressure on the Ducks batters.
Well, trying to get through 3 full innings of relief here is Lucas Irvin. If he can get Ruben Gotay, he faced Gotay back in the 5th and got him the ground out to first. So Ruben, again, a switch hitter batting from the left here, will flare it foul down the left field line and out of play, 0-1. Ruben from the right side today went 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a fly ball to right field. So you put it together against Antonini and Irvin, he is 0 for 3. Irvin trying to make very quick work of the Ducks here in the home 7th. Well hit to right field. Olmo Rosario back at the track, moving toward the line, still going, will make the catch. So Gotay gave it a ride, but it came up short, and 1-2-3 go the flock. Long Island leads the Somerset Patriots 4-1 as we head to the 8th inning tonight on Long Island in Game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit pseglyny.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Hey fan, this is the pitcher Amali Diaz, and you listen to the Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolak patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now. Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Pave your way. Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, 7 innings complete in Central Islip. The Long Island Ducks with a 4-1 lead over the Somerset Patriots. For the flock, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Pats, 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors. Right-hander James Jones is on for Long Island, replacing Dustin Richardson. The big lefty threw 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And in our radio booth tonight, we turned it over to the closer, Michael Pollock, to take it home.
Well, thank you very much, Chris King. 4-1 the Ducks in front, and a great inning of relief from Dustin Richardson. So far, 4 for 4 are the Ducks relievers at retiring Patriot batters. Now it will be James Jones for his first postseason appearance in a Ducks uniform after making 2 regular season appearances for Long Island following a trade from the Sioux Falls Canaries of the American Association. So Jones on the hill from the right side, looking into home plate where Devontre Richardson stands. First pitch of the inning, and Richardson takes a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Richardson is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was hoping for the Richardson matchup, to be honest.
That's true. That is true. Unfortunately, it does not work out.
No.
The 1-0. And that fastball paints the bottom of the strike zone for strike 1. And I think while that would be awesome to see, Kevin Baez obviously very happy with the job that Richardson did in this 7th inning.
Yeah, say 1-2-3, so he didn't have to see Devontae Richardson.
1-1. Breaking ball just misses high and tight. 2-1. I think if Richardson was a lefty, Devontae Richardson was a lefty, you might see Richardson stay in with him and then Guzman waiting on deck.
That's a good point, yeah.
But it is James Jones instead. The right-hander set at the belt. Here is the 2-1. Richardson takes a fastball strike just over the outside corner. A good pitch from Jones, and the count even up at 2-2.
You mentioned just 2 games for Jones with the Long Island Ducks after coming over in that trade from the Canaries. He made his Ducks debut September the 8th.
He is ready to go now on the hill. The 2-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball to first base, and it gets past Ruben Gotay in a right field for a base hit. Tough play there for Gotay. A hard smash off the bat of Richardson. Gotay's only chance was to try and pick it on the backhand out of the dirt, and does not come up with it.
Yeah, earlier in the game, he was able to knock a ball down at first base. That too hit by Richardson back in the 4th, and then scramble to pick it up and beat him to the bag for the out. But this time, Devontae Richardson wins the battle and the leadoff man aboard for the Somerset Patriots. I believe that, yeah, first time tonight, Michael, they've got the leadoff man on base.
I was just looking back to see that. I couldn't remember a situation, but this is the first time. Now here's Guzman. First pitch from Jones, and Guzman takes a fastball downstairs for ball 1. Well, you mentioned that September 8th appearance. Jones came in against the Bridgeport Bluefish, allowed 2 hits, and ultimately had to come out of the game due to some back spasms. He sat out for a little over a week and then finally came back on September the 16th. 1-0. Popped up, foul behind the plate. Berg will give this a look, but this will drift back and out of play. And the fans down low waiting to see if it will come back. Does not appear like it will. And so the count even at 1-1.
James Jones, a 6'4", 215-pound right-hander out of Barlow, Kentucky. Again, coming over in that trade from Sioux Falls, reached as high as Double-A in his affiliated career.
We count 1-1 on Guzman, who has walked and grounded out twice. Ducks would love a ground ball at one of their infielders here. 1-1, fouled straight back to the screen. And now Guzman behind it, 1-2. So James Jones getting the ball here in this top of the 8th inning, game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. A big spot for him in his first postseason appearance with Long Island.
Of course, if he can get through this inning and the lead remains at 3, we would expect to see the closer, Amalio Diaz, in the 9th.
So it'll be a 1-2 here from Jones to Guzman. Richardson leads at first. The pitch. Guzman a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase one down in the zone. There's the first strikeout of the night for Jones, and the 7th for Ducks pitching. 1 away in the 8th inning. Quick update for you from York, Pennsylvania. The Revolution now in front 7-2. Bottom of the 8th inning. They have hit 3 home runs in the game.
Wow.
A 3-run blast from Telvin Nash, a solo home run from Alonzo Harris, and a 3-run home run from Chase Simpson in the bottom of the 8th inning.
So it looks like the Revs are about to go up 2-0 in that series. That'll shift to Maryland tomorrow night for games 3, and then if necessary 4 and 5.
Throw over to first, and back safely there is Richardson, who since joining the Patriots is 5 of 6 in the stolen base department. I am sure Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf will have a nice crowd on hand for the playoff game tomorrow, which they have known about since clinching the postseason berth on August the 11th. First pitch here to Justin Trapp, and he takes a fastball inside, just missed the hands, and the count at 1-0.
Good series so far for the Revs, it looks, Michael, who of course were swept in the Freedom Division Championship Series by the Sugarland Skeeters a year ago, and Ducks suffered that same fate in the Championship Series as Sugarland went 6-0 to claim their first title in their 5th anniversary season.
Runner goes as the 1-0 swung on and missed. No throw down to second base by Alex Berg. So the count 1-1, and a stolen base for Richardson gets him into scoring position.
Well, Michael, you talked about that speed and Brett Jody using it there. Just trying to slice into this lead, so now a base hit could cut a 3-run lead to 2 if Justin Trapp can come through, and did have a single to right center his last time up.
A little blue pit, broken bat, but 2 outs in the 6th inning that kept the inning alive. 2 walks follow to spell the end of the night for Matt Larkins. So that somewhat takes the double play out of order, at least on a ground ball. 1-1 pitch. Jones fires. Trapp pops it up. Middle of the infield. Who's going to get it? Alfonso making the call as he comes down from third base. Now Gotay in foul ground makes the catch. Boy, I had my eyes set on Alfonso as it looked like it was straight up in the infield, and it ends up in foul territory on the first base side. 2 away.
I was with you, Michael, so we do see the flags out in right field, almost standing at attention now, and the wind really whipped that ball from one side of the infield to the other. And I was actually watching James Jones, and he made a beeline for third base because he, like us, thought Giovanni Alfonso was going to be the guy to catch that. So he alertly went to cover third immediately with a runner at second. Good job by him. Thinking man's pitcher right there was James Jones.
We saw how important it was when the Ducks didn't cover a base they were supposed to want to bunt yesterday, so a smart play there by Jones going to cover third with Alfonso chasing after it. I had my eyes trained on Alfonso, and then all of a sudden you see it's Gotay who makes the grab. So with 2 down, here's Adam Donahue to the plate. He takes the first pitch fastball at the bottom of the strike zone for strike 1. Donahue 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of groundouts, 1 a third, 1 a second, and drew a 2-out walk his last time up in the 6th against Larkins. Jones looking to strand the runner at second. That's Devontre Richardson. From the stretch, here is the 0-1. Fastball, another strike at the knees, inside corner this time, and Jones quickly ahead, 0-2.
Well, now James Jones feeling it after that leadoff single he gave up to Richardson, gets the strike out of Guzman, gets the foul pop out of Trapp, and jumps on top of the 9-man. Put him in a 2-strike hole, crowd behind the right-hander.
2-strike claps from the crowd here at Bethpage Ballpark. Here's the 0-2 from Jones, and Donahue swinging a ground ball foul to the Patriot dugout on the third base side to stay alive at home plate.
Boy, I don't know how he got that, Michael. That was so low, but just managed to get the bottom of his bat on it and keep himself in the inning alive.
A defensive swing there. Didn't want to take a called strike 3, although that pitch definitely seemed to be out of the zone, but got enough of it to fight it off. So now he comes back to the plate with a count 0-2. Jones set at the belt. Kicks and fires home, and Donahue fouls this one straight back to the screen. And another 2-strike foul ball from the Patriot catcher. Ducks are out hitting Somerset 8-5 in this game. They lead by 3 in the run column as well, 4-1. Richardson, the runner at second base with 2 men away. Jones stares into the plate. Now comes set. And the 0-2. Breaking ball misses down low. This time Donahue would not go, and it's 1-2.
Of course, last night the Ducks were held to 1 run, and every one of their hits was a single. Tonight, Somerset held to 1 run, and every one of their hits was a single. Last night, the Patriots had 2 extra base hits. Tonight, the Ducks only have 1, but it was a big one. An Alex Berg solo home run in the bottom of the 6th inning that made it a 4-1 game.
Jones trying to send this to the bottom of the 8th. Here is the 1-2 offering. Donahue takes a breaking ball that misses down and in. A good eye from the Patriot catcher in the 9th spot of the order, and he gets the count even. Jones retired the side in order in Sugarland on September the 16th. He struck out 2, has already struck out 1 in this inning, and trying to work around that leadoff base hit from Richardson. Aaron Eggleston waits on deck. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to third, backhanded by Alfonso along the line. He sets, throws, got him. Excellent throw from Giovanni Alfonso, and excellent work from James Jones, who works around the leadoff base hit. So in the top of the 8th inning, no runs, 1 hit, a runner left in scoring position for Somerset. To the bottom of the 8th we go, Long Island 4, Somerset 1.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Tyler Levine, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owls party deck has not been reserved, the beer garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Back here at Bethpage Ballpark as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Ducks leading at 4-1 after a scoreless inning from James Jones. And Lucas Irvin's night is done after 3 strong innings of relief for Mike Antonini. Irvin took over in the 5th inning and allowed just 1 hit, and that was the solo home run to Alex Berg leading off the 6th inning. He allowed 1 other base runner, and that was the walk to Dan Lyons. In his final line, 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 home run. 40 pitches, 25 of them for strikes for Irvin, who did everything in his power to keep the Patriots as much in this game as possible. And now the Ducks offense will try and get to Mulliken here in the bottom of the 8th to get some insurance runs and give the bullpen some breathing room before the top half of the 9th inning. So for the Ducks, Angelo Sanko is going to begin things. He is the DH and 6 hitter. It'll be Sanko, Berg, and Cleary Jr., lefty-righty switch hitter in the bottom half of inning number 8. So here is Alex Berg up to the plate for Long Island. He bats from the right side. Bats from the left side against the righty Mulliken. And takes the first pitch low, down and in for ball 1. Every Duck has been on base at least once tonight, with one exception. That is Ruben Gotay, who was 0 for 4. But whether it be via a hit, a walk, a hit by pitch, every Duck has been on at least once, except for Gotay. And now time is called here. I believe there was an object that ended up going down onto the field, down the right field line, and so the right fielder, Olmo Rosario, went over there to retrieve it and put it back in the stands.
So our first look at Dustin Mulliken in this series, the 6'4" right-hander, 230-pounder out of Tempe, Arizona.
Sanko swings and fouls a 1-0 into the glove of Adam Donahue for strike 1. Sanko tonight drew a walk back in the 2nd inning, got stranded at second base, and since has struck out swinging and popped out to left field. From the stretch, it'll be a 1-1. Kick in the pitch, and Sanko grounds this one to the right side for the second baseman, Justin Trapp. He'll field and throw on a first for the out. 1 away here in the 8th inning.
Well, in the regular season, Mulliken, 26 appearances, all in relief for the Patriots. 3-2 record and a 4.18 ERA. In 23 2/3 innings, he allowed 24 hits, walked 11, struck out 28, and opponents batted .270 against Dustin Mulliken.
So the leadoff man is retired, and now Alex Berg, who has 2 more hits tonight for the 2nd straight night in this series, comes back to home plate. Mulliken is set to go, and his first pitch, Berg takes downstairs for ball 1. Alex Berg with an infield single up the middle in the 4th inning and eventually scored on a wild pitch thrown by Antonini. As part of that 2-run 4th inning for Long Island that extended the lead to 3-0. Here Berg is swinging a miss, big hack. And that'll even the count at 1-1. And then, of course, Berg hit the opposite field solo home run to lead off the 6th.
So first playoff homer of the year for the Long Island Ducks, who clubbed 110 in the regular season.
Mulliken from the stretch, the 1-1. Berg swings and pops it in the air, foul. Down the right field line, that'll drift out of play. Mulliken quickly ahead, 1-2.
Yeah, Ducks saw Mulliken 3 times in the regular season. He pitched very well against Long Island. In 3 innings, he did not allow a single hit. He did walk 3 Ducks, but he also struck out 6. So, again, just 3 times that the Ducks saw the right-hander in the regular season.
So the count of 1-2 here as he's ahead of Berg. Kicks and comes home, and Berg swings a line drive to short over the leaping try of Alfredo Rodriguez. And Alex Berg with his 3rd hit of the ball game, first 3-hit game for a Duck here in the playoffs.
Oh, what a night he has had indeed now. 2 singles and a homer, 2 runs scored, a run batted in. And the Ducks would love to add some insurance here in the home 8.
Insurance is always kind to the Ducks bullpen. You know Somerset is going to try and show a lot of patience when they come to the plate in that 9th inning and try and find their way on against presumably Amalio Diaz. First pitch here to Delta Cleary Jr., and he takes a breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone for strike one. Cleary Jr. 1 for 3 in this game. The one hit a bunt single past the mound towards second base in the fourth, and he would later come around to score on the 2-out RBI hit from Elmer Reyes. 0-1. Check swing, and this one just missed low. Good eye by Cleary Jr. and an excellent job to hold up.
Well, Michael, this is the 7th time in franchise history that the Ducks have hosted games 1 and 2 of a best-of-5. 3 times they won both games, and 3 times they split the pair. They had never lost both games, and they're trying to avoid that fate tonight.
Ground ball up the first baseline, foul by Cleary Jr. And so the count now goes to 1 and 2.
Yeah, the 3 times they won games 1 and 2, they won all 3 series. The 3 times they split games 1 and 2, they only actually won 1 of those series and dropped the other 2, but you certainly never want to go into the situation where you lose both games at home to start a best-of-5 and then have to win 3 straight on the road.
Absolutely right, and if the Ducks can pull out a win tonight, then it becomes a best-of-3 series in New Jersey. 1-2, and a swing and a tapper foul behind the plate as Cleary Jr. just got enough of it. Again, Game 3 will be tomorrow night at TD Bank Ballpark at 7:05 p.m. We'll have all the action for you starting at about 6:50 here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. And then Game 4, if the Ducks are able to hold on, would be Saturday night. And then if necessary, Game 5 Sunday at 5:05. Here comes the 1-2 again. Cleary Jr. takes a fastball high and away to even up the count at 2-2.
Of course, last year the Ducks lost the first 2 games in New Jersey and then came home to win 3 straight, just the 2nd time in league history that feat had been recorded.
It is just so tough to predict anything that goes on in this series between these 2 teams. 2-2. Fouled straight back. And Cleary Jr. fights off another to stay alive. People were asking me before the series, what do you got? Who do you think is going to win? Do you think you guys have a good chance? Do you think they have a good chance? I said, listen, I have seen 3 5-game series between these 2 teams go the distance, and I cannot tell you what is going to happen. It is no sense. There is no sense in predicting.
Nope.
You just got to sit back and enjoy, and these games always seem to be very entertaining between the 2 sides. The 2-2. Outside, Mollican missed. Now the count full at 3-2 on Cleary Jr., and we'll see if that releases Alex Berg from first.
Well, again, if the Ducks win tonight, Michael, we're guaranteed to go at least 4, right? So we could be headed for our 4th consecutive series that goes the distance between these 2 great rivals. Ducks have won 2 of those 3 series.
Payoff pitch, runner goes. Cleary Jr. takes high for ball 4. Good at bat for Delta Cleary Jr., who fell behind 1-2, fouled off 2 tough 2-strike pitches, and eventually worked out the walk to put runners at first and second with 1 out.
Well, the series, playoff-wise, has been dominated by the home team. The Long Island Ducks are 6-2 here against the Somerset Patriots in playoff action. And the Patriots are 6-2 on their home field against the Long Island Ducks. So that is one area where home field has really held true. But we mentioned the Ducks, Michael, that final series of the regular season in August, going to TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and taking 3 of 4. That'll be on their minds when they begin play there tomorrow night at 7:05.
So to the plate is Dan Lyons, who has had a successful night at home plate. First pitch on the way, and Lyons takes a fastball strike at the belt, 0-1. Lyons singled his first time up to left field on the first pitch he saw in the second, laid down a sacrifice bunt in the fourth, and then drew a 4-pitch walk in the sixth. We got Berg at second, Cleary Jr. at first with 1 away. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Lyons swings, lifts this one high in the air to right center field, hit fairly well. Back goes the right fielder, Rosario. He'll make the catch. Berg going to tag from second and head to third base, and he'll go in there standing up. So Lyons gave it a ride out to right center, just missed getting it over the head of Rosario. But Berg advances to third, runners at the corners, 2 out for Giovanni Alfonso.
He really hit that a long way, and it kept carrying and carrying. And remember, that's where Berg's home run went, the opposite way. I thought Dan Lyons had done the same, but he came up warning track power that time.
So bizarre, because off the bat we thought Ruben Gotez might have had a chance, and that one didn't seem to carry, but yet that one in the gap did a little bit more. So we're having a very tough time judging those fly balls out to the outfield, even when the wind seems like it is blowing hard. Sometimes it carries it, and sometimes it doesn't. So here is Giovanni Alfonso to the plate for the 5th time tonight. He is 1 for 4. Mollican's first pitch to him, and Alfonso smacks it foul back to the screen behind home plate for strike 1. So Alex Berg, the runner at third. Cleary Jr., the runner at first with 2 down. Cleary Jr. has the better speed of the 2. Alfonso, who came in with an infield single to third in the first inning, has been retired his last 3 times up. A line out to second and 2 strikeouts. The 0-1. Line foul, first base side. This will drift out of play. And so Malkin quickly gets ahead in the count on Alfonso, and no balls and 2 strikes.
And again, Giovanni Alfonso's father is Edgar Alfonso. His uncle is Edgardo Alfonso. But how confusing must that have been for his grandparents, who have 2 boys, one named Edgar and one named Edgardo?
I don't want to even think that would ever happen, but it did.
Yeah.
0-2. Fouled off again back behind the plate by Alfonso, and that certainly have had to been a bit confusing for those in the family trying to distinguish between one and the other.
But both his uncle and his father end up managing the Brooklyn Cyclones. How cool is that?
That is really, really something special how that ends up working out. But the baseball world is a pretty small one. Another throw over to first here, and Cleary Jr. dives back safely. It seems so large with so many teams in minor league baseball all throughout the country and internationally, but really when you think about it, there are so many ties in, and guys who have been teammates and coaches who have coached in the same organization as others that they've played with, that they've been family members with. It's crazy. 0-2, and Alfonso fouls it back again. A bullet back to the screen. Some good swings in this at bat, and just trying to square one up.
Of course, if you're joining us late, Edgardo Alfonso was here tonight to throw out a ceremonial first pitch. We had Ray Navarrete do it last night, the all-time greatest Long Island Duck. And, of course, Edgardo, great second baseman with the New York Mets and also played 2 seasons as a Long Island Duck.
Another 0-2 coming from Malkin to Alfonso. The pitch on the way, and Alfonso checks the swing and takes a breaking ball low for ball 1. It's always great when you come to the playoffs and you see those greats. We've seen it in the major leagues with former Mets, former Yankees that go back and pitch, throw out that ceremonial first pitch, and always great here at Bethpage Ballpark to see it. I know Ray was very excited last night to be back here in what he called his old stomping grounds. Now the 1-2, runner for first goes, and Alfonso hits it high in the air, deep down the left field line. Fair ball, it could be trouble over his Eggleston, and he'll make the catch. Boy, it looked good off the bat of Alfonso, but the ball dies out in left, and Eggleston makes the grab for the final out of the inning. So for the Ducks, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk. They leave 2 on. We go to the 9th inning. Ducks 4, Patriots 1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Angelo Sanco, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Now the Ducks take a 3-run lead to the 9th inning, and they go to the closer, Amalio Diaz, to try to finish it up. Diaz on the regular season, 57 games, all in relief, a 5-6 record, and an outstanding 2.25 earned run average. He did record 15 saves. He is in a save situation here tonight. In 56 innings of work, he's allowed 48 hits. He's walked 22 and struck out 66, so exactly 3-1 in a strikeout to walk ratio. And Michael, he did face the Somerset Patriots 9 times in the regular season, had an 0-1 record, an ERA of 4.5, but did pick up 3 of those 15 saves against the Pats.
And he'll come in here in the ninth inning to face the top three in the order for Somerset. It'll be Aaron Eggleston to begin, followed by Alfredo Rodriguez and Olmo Rosario. Thus far, Rogers, Richardson, and Jones for the Ducks in relief of Matt Larkins have allowed 1 hit over 2 1/3 scoreless innings. They have not walked a batter and have struck out 3. So good performance so far from the bullpen, and Amalio Diaz will come in to try and close this one out for Long Island.
Yeah, James Jones, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. So last night, Michael, it was 3 2/3 innings of shutout ball out of the bullpen. Tonight they're at 2 1/3, trying to make it 3 1/3.
So here is Aaron Eggleston to the plate, batting from the left side, the leadoff hitter for the Somerset Patriots in their lineup. Against Somerset with 5 hits in the game, the Ducks with 9. So Diaz will step up onto the rubber here on Long Island. Eggleston into the batter's box. And the first pitch of this ninth inning about to be delivered by Amalio Diaz. Kingston comes home, and Eggleston takes a fastball low for ball 1. Eggleston started his night 0 for 3, a fly out to right in the first, a ground out to second in the third, and a fly out to center in the 5th inning. And then drew a walk with 2 outs in the 6th, but got stranded on base. 1-0, and that high and outside, so Amalio Diaz has fallen behind here to begin the 9th inning, 2-0. Shortstop Dan Lyons shaded towards the middle with the lefty hitter at the plate, now retreats a couple steps. And Gotay playing over close to the line on the right side of the infield. Diaz gets the sign and comes set. Here is the 2-0 delivery. Kicks and fires, and Eggleston takes downstairs. So that's 3 straight out of the strike zone from Amalio Diaz to begin this inning. Not the way you want to start.
Well, certainly not. Kevin Baez, some nerves in that home dugout on the first base side. In center field, Delta Cleary Jr. is really shading Eggleston to go the other way, to left.
3-0 pitch coming from Amalio Diaz. He fires to the plate, and Eggleston takes a strike. Good fastball over the plate. Eggleston taking all the way 3-1. So you got a lefty and 2 righties due up to begin this inning, and then the lefty Kyle Roller following. Here comes the 3-1 to Eggleston. Diaz delivers, and Eggleston swings and grounds it to the right side. 2 big hops for Elmer Reyes. He throws to first for the out, and there's 1 away.
Man, tonight Brett Jody has nothing but right-handed hitters on his bench. Jovan Gonzalez, Tyler Bortnick, and Joe Maloney. So no lefties available to bring in against the right-hander Diaz.
Last night he sat 2 of his lefties, Eggleston and Guzman, but both back in there tonight, with Matt Larkins struggling a bit more against lefties than righties. But in this game, Eggleston went 0 for 3 with a walk against Larkins, and Guzman went 0 for 2 with a walk. So 1 away, and now Alfredo Rodriguez to the plate, batting from the right side, hitting in the number 2 spot of the order. Diaz gets the sign from Berg and comes set. First pitch on the way, and Rodriguez takes a fastball over the outside corner for strike 1. Rodriguez singled in his first at bat of the night, a base hit to left of the opening inning, then drew walks in both the 3rd and the 5th inning, scoring on the 2nd walk when he came home on Kyle Roller's RBI single for the lone Patriot run. Diaz ready to deliver the 0-1, and that fastball just missed down and away to even the count at 1-1. Of course, the last time Rodriguez came to the plate, it was with the bases loaded in the 6th inning and 2 men out, with the Ducks leading at the time 3-1. And Rogers got ahead, 0-2 on him, and eventually got him to pop out to right field for the final out of the inning.
The biggest out of the game, no doubt about it.
Here is the 1-1 from Diaz. And Rodriguez grounds it up the middle, and that's through into center field for a 1-out single. So Rodriguez with his 2nd hit of the night, the 6th hit for the Patriots, and Somerset has a man aboard here in the 9th inning.
Well, they know they just need 2 men on, Michael, to bring the tying run to the plate. They've got 1 so far, and here's the guy in Olmo Rosario that has been aboard 8 times in 9 walks to home plate.
He has been a thorn in the Ducks' side thus far this series. The Ducks finally got him out for the first time in this series back in the 7th inning when Dustin Richardson came on and got him to pop out to right on a 2-1 pitch. So the runner at first, Rodriguez, with 1 away. Amalio Diaz comes set on the mound, and his first pitch to Rosario. Fastball just missed the bottom of the strike zone, and it's 1-0.
And remember, before he came up the last time, he switched bats, so he noticed something was wrong with that bat, and we're assuming that was the one that got him aboard 8 times in 8 plate appearances. And he switches to this bat, and he's 0 for 1 with this one.
Reyes shaded towards the middle at second base. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Diaz delivers. Rosario ground ball to third. Backhanded Alfonso. Goes to second, one. On to first. Double play. A game-ending 5-4-3 double play off the bat of Olma Rosario. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks take Game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series 4-1, and they even up this series at 1 game apiece.
Well, they are out to congratulate one another, forming the victory handshake line across the infield. What a job tonight by the Ducks, bouncing back from the 7-1 loss last night to win this one 4-1, and we have a brand new Liberty Division Championship Series. It is now a best of 3 with all 3 games at TD Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey. But the Ducks tonight, 4 runs on 9 base hits, 5 different Long Island pitchers hold the Somerset Patriots to just 6 singles and a single run in the victory.
So the Ducks out on the field to high-five one another. Brett Jody went over to second base umpire Tom Gandolfo to talk with him, as I think he was discussing that Reyes might have brought his foot off the bag on that throw from Alfonso, but the call stands. A game-ending double play. What a way to finish it off for the Ducks, and a much-needed 4-1 win to even this series at 1 game apiece. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show is coming up next. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll give you the happy recap of this game, and we will let you know who tonight's player of the game is. Ducks take this one 4-1 over the Patriots.
Hey fans, this is pitcher David Artsma, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now. Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Pave your way. Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, a happy night for the 3,500 plus that were in attendance tonight as the Long Island Ducks even up this best-of-5 Liberty Division Championship Series at 1 game apiece. The Ducks with a 4-1 win tonight behind a strong start from Matt Larkins, who had a battle throughout but found a way to give up just 1 run over 5 2/3 innings, and some clutch hitting from the Ducks helped out as well.
Clutch hitting big time for the Long Island Ducks, who scratched across a single run in the first, 2 in the fourth, got a big home run from Alex Berg in the sixth on their way to that 4-1 victory. So lots of praise to go around tonight, Michael. We're talking about 5 different pitchers that held the Patriots to just a run on 6 hits, and for the second straight night, the bullpen goes over 3 innings of shutout ball as Rogers, Richardson, Jones, and Diaz followed Matt Larkins tonight. The Ducks had some defensive gems in the field, from Elmer Reyes at second, from Dan Lyons at short. They had Rob Rogers come in and get the biggest out of the night on a fly ball to right with the bases loaded in the 6th inning to end the biggest threat of the game for the Patriots. And then Amalio Diaz picks up his first postseason save with a scoreless 9th, and what a way to end it, an around-the-horn double play on a great job by Giovanni Alfonso at third to get it started. It all adds up to a big win that makes it a 1-1 series.
And you talk about the bullpen and what they have done now. In 2 games, 7 innings from the bullpen of shutout baseball. They have combined to allow just 5 hits and no walks, and they have also combined to strike out 6 batters. So you've got to give them for a ton of credit. Obviously last night more in mop-up duty as they were trailing by a lot when they came into the game for John Brownell. But tonight, to preserve a lead, which when they came into the game was 2, Rob Rogers getting the biggest out of the game with the bases loaded and 2 out in the 6th inning, and then Dustin Richardson, James Jones, and Amalio Diaz with excellent work to follow over the final 3 innings.
Well, Michael and I have selected Alex Berg as our player of the game tonight for the Long Island Ducks. He batted 7th. He caught tonight, so he did a great job with that pitching staff, handling all 5 pitchers that worked in the game. But at the plate, he goes 3 for 4 with a pair of singles, a homer, scores twice, and drives in 1. Alex Berg, our player of the game. And we are going to give honorable mention to the gentleman who started the game on the hill tonight, Matt Larkins.
Yeah, I think he definitely has to deserve it. He clearly did not have his very best. He was also working with an extremely tight strike zone throughout the course of the game, but ultimately willed his way through 5 2/3 innings to give up just 1 run. He had to throw 117 pitches to get through it, and ultimately needed the bullpen to get that big out to end the 6th inning. But he did everything he could to keep that lead intact, and you have to give him a lot of credit for the job he did tonight.
And again, some payback as well for him, because a year ago in Game 2 against these Patriots in New Jersey, they knocked him out of the game after just 2 innings. He allowed 5 runs that night in a 10-0 loss. So Matt Larkins, it may have taken him a year to get that payback, but because he did, we've got ourselves a brand new series, Michael, as it's 1-1, and the next 3 games will be played in New Jersey, but now it's down to a best of 3.
That's exactly right, and the Ducks have to find a way to go on the road and win a series, and we'll see if it ends up going all 5 games once again. But ultimately, the Ducks do know that they are able to at least get 1 win here in front of their home fans in this first-round postseason series, and now they'll try and take their show on the road. Well, we're going to take a break here on the post-game show, When we get back, we'll have the full recap of how everything went down tonight, and then we'll take one final look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Ducks win this one 4-1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Back one more time tonight here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. The Long Island Ducks defeat the Somerset Patriots 4-1 in Game 2 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. This best-of-5 series is now even at a game apiece, and it will shift to Bridgewater, New Jersey, where the Ducks and the Patriots will play Game 3 tomorrow night, and they know they will now play Game 4 on Saturday night, both games at 7:05 p.m., and if Game 5 is necessary on Sunday to decide the Liberty Division champion, it will be held at 5:05. Before we get into the out-of-town scoreboard and a preview of tomorrow's game, let's look at the recap from tonight's game. The Ducks were able to get an early lead after Matt Larkins worked out of a jam in the first inning. In the bottom half against Mike Antonini, the left-handed starter for the Somerset Patriots, Giovanni Alfonso reached on an infield single that stayed fair along the third base line. He stole second base and then came home with 1 out in the inning on an RBI single by Lou Ford, and that put the Ducks in front by a run. Long Island, after missing out with 2 on and 2 out in the second, 2 on and 1 out in the third, were able to add to their lead in the fourth inning when Alex Berg and Delta Cleary Jr. both reached on infield singles to begin. Cleary Jr.'s a bunt single, and then they were sacrificed over to third and second, respectively, on a bunt from Dan Lyons. Giovanni Alfonso would strike out, but in that at-bat, scoring from third was Alex Berg on a wild pitch from Antonini that made it a 2-0 game. And then Elmer Reyes came through with a 2-out RBI single through the left side to extend the lead to 3. So the Ducks were in front 3-0 after 4. Matt Larkins back to the mound in the 5th inning, and he ran into some trouble with 2 outs. That was a problem for him throughout the night with 2 outs trying to get that third out. He allowed a walk and a single in the third, a walk in the fourth, and then in the 5th inning allowed back-to-back 2-out walks to Alfredo Rodriguez and Olmo Rosario, and Kyle Roller made him pay with an RBI single in a right center field to score Rodriguez and make it a 3-1 ball game. But then David Vidal came to the plate. He smoked a ground ball towards the middle of the infield, and Dan Lyons made a diving stop, shoveled it to the second baseman, Elmer Reyes, from the dirt for the final out of the inning, and it kept the game 3-1. And then in the 6th inning, the Patriots' first 2 hitters were retired quickly by Larkins, but again he struggled with 2 outs. Gave up a single to Justin Trapp, who would go to second on a pass ball, walked the 9-hitter Adam Donaghy, and then walked the leadoff hitter Aaron Eggleston. And all of a sudden, the bases were loaded with 2 away, and Kevin Baez summoned in right-hander Rob Rogers to face Alfredo Rodriguez, and Larkins gave way to Rogers, who got the job done, got ahead 0-2, and got Rodriguez to pop out to right for the biggest out of the ball game. It kept it at 3-1, and then Alex Berg with the death blow to the Patriots as he went the opposite way for a leadoff solo home run to right field in the bottom half of the 6th inning. His first homer of the postseason and the Ducks' first long ball of the playoffs. That made it a 4-1 game, and then the bullpen in the 7th, 8th, and 9th dominant. Only a hit allowed in the 8th by Jones and a hit in the 9th given up by Amalio Diaz. But Olmo Rosario, who had been a thorn in the Ducks' side throughout the course of the first 2 games, grounds into a game-ending 5-4-3 double play. The Ducks win this one 4-1, even the series. Final totals from tonight's game for the Ducks: 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. They left 9 men on base. For the Patriots, 1 run on 6 hits and no errors. They leave 11 on base tonight, one night after leaving 10 on base last night. Winning pitcher Matt Larkins, who improves to 1-0 on the year. He struck out 4 and allowed 1 run on 4 hits and 7 walks over 5 2/3 innings. The loser, Mike Antonini, drops to 0-1 in the playoffs. He allows 3 runs on 7 hits in 4 innings, walked 1 and struck out 4. The save to Amalio Diaz, his first of the playoffs, working around a 1-out hit by Alfredo Rodriguez. The game took 3 hours and 9 minutes here tonight in front of a crowd of 3,544. So a thrilling win for the Ducks, one that they certainly needed. And now, Chris, all of a sudden, we've got a 1-1 series as it heads to New Jersey.
Well, it should be a great pair of games at least, and probably 3 over in the Garden State. Tomorrow night, left-hander Jake Fisher goes for Long Island against righty Will Oliver for the Patriots. And then on Saturday, righty Jake Dunning for Long Island against righty Patrick Johnson for the Patriots. And, of course, Sunday right now, TBA, to be announced for both teams if we get there. But, Michael, I have a feeling we are going to get there as all 3 previous series have gone the distance between these 2 teams.
It almost is a fait accompli with these 2 teams, how it always seems to come down to 5, and it's going to be thrilling when the Ducks head to New Jersey. We've seen many key Ducks wins in that ballpark, none bigger than Game 5 of the 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series. But the Ducks have found ways to win in that ballpark. They are 2-6 there in New Jersey against the Patriots. But again, all the past, when you come to the postseason, a lot of the past gets thrown out the window. It's all about who makes the fewest mistakes, who makes the key plays. Somerset made those last night, and the Ducks certainly made plenty of mistakes. The Ducks defense with a great turnaround tonight. So many humongous plays by the defense in this game, and they avoided those mistakes, and that was a big reason why the Ducks come away with the win. And now Long Island has to just bottle this up, take it into Somerset, and try and do it twice again, and then they'll be Liberty Division champions for a second straight year.
Try to do it, though, against the best home team in the Atlantic League this season in the Somerset Patriots. There's only one other game tonight in the league in Game 2 of the Freedom Division Championship Series. The York Revolution win it 7-2. They hit 3 home runs tonight, including another by Telvin Nash, who had a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 10th last night. So the Revs with a 2-0 lead in the Freedom Division Championship Series. That'll shift to Waldorf, Maryland tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, if necessary now, again with the Revs holding a 2-0 lead. The Mets, the Yankees, the Red Sox all off tonight, so the Atlantic League own the baseball world in this area, Michael.
Center stage is the Atlantic League, and center stage are the Ducks, who win this one tonight 4-1 over the Somerset Patriots, and to even up this series at 1 game apiece. Chris, it was a pleasure having you here in the broadcast booth once again, and hopefully we'll see each other again in less than a week.
Yeah, I hope we are sitting here for Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series on Wednesday night. Always great to work with you, Michael.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us one more time here at Bethpage Ballpark in this Liberty Division Championship Series. Once again, the final score, the Long Island Ducks 4, the Somerset Patriots 1 here in Game 2, and the series now tied at 1 win apiece. We invite you to join us for our next Long Island Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when the Ducks visit the Somerset Patriots for Game 3 of this Liberty Division Championship Series. The pregame show begins at 6:50 p.m. The first pitch scheduled for 7:05, and you can follow all the action right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, youtube.com/ducksbaseball, and facebook.com/liducks. For Chris King, my name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so much for listening. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night from New Jersey. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening, and good night from the Duck Pond.